Welcome back, everybody. This week we're discussing Super Mario Brothers from 1993. I'm Derrick.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Jack.
It's me, Brandon.
And this is Bad Movies,
Worst People.
We're super fly to the max.
We're super fly to the max.
Part of the way you know it's a 90s movie because you have a line that says, "We are super fly to the max." Wait, isn't it say we are mad fly to the max?
Mad fly, super fly.
Dude, it's something 90s.
Well, it's to the max, so it's extreme.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's extreme.
Just like this movie.
Like sports.
Extreme.
Put an X on, like extreme nachos. Remember those? I don't even know what they did. There was just more nacho.
More cheese, less chip.
Am I making it up that there was an extreme Dorito?
I don't know.
Yes, I do
Oh,
remember.
were those the
extreme.
ones that were like super crunchy, or were they 3D ones?
don't
or-
know.
No, those are called Doritos 3D.
Oh, okay.
I was too lame for the
Those
extreme
are the ones that Daisy Fuentes was hawking, right?
I believe so.
Because they had the cutouts of her
Yeah.
like Circle K and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
buy 3D Doritos. And I'm like, well, why aren't you 3D?
Pretend this Doritos is my ass and you can eat it. That sold a bunch of
You
Doritos.
know who else? You know what's the 90s episode? We're talking about Daisy Fuentes.
Period appropriate crushes.
As I said at the top, we're talking about Super Mario Brothers from 1993. We have a guest with us,
Yes.
Mr. Brandon.
Golf clap for Brandon.
Well, thank you.
Welcome. It's our first time in our house too.
Dude,
It
when
is?
I asked him if he wanted to be on
studio,
for Mario
please.
Sorry,
Brothers,
studio.
it was a very, very good response.
I said absolutely.
You
yes.
can cuss on this.
All caps.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely is what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, he was very happy.
Yeah, I was very excited to make my first visit to your home, an episode with you guys.
We had to get the right one,
The outstanding, Oscar award-winning
depending if you ate mushrooms or
Super Mario Brothers.
The Giuseppe Award winning.
not. Yeah, it was the Giuseppe.
Oh,
whatever
that's what it
happened?
was. That was the award.
What happened to the Giuseppes, you guys?
Derek got too busy, and neither you or I did anything with it.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
One of these days we'll have a Giuseppe Awards.
And this movie will be at the forefront of
Oh, yeah.
winning
the
so
award
many.
might be John Leguizamo with Bob Hoskins on his shoes.
So, what beer are we drinking? Are we drinking Heineken's?
No, God, no.
No. We got PBR.
Fuck no, PBR.
I feel like that's what Hoskins.
Yeah.
Were they drinking
drink.
Heinekens? I wasn't paying that close of attention.
I don't think they were drinking.
I was just referencing Blue Velvet
Oh, okay.
because
Because of the incomparable Dennis Hopper.
Because of
the,
Mr. Dennis
the
Hopper.
Because
main
Baby wants
reason
to
this
fuck.
movie is, well, between him and Bob Hoskins.
It's a lot of things going into it, but nobody's replacing Dennis Hopper.
No.
Like the scene that we all watched with him in the mud, just talking about how, you know what I love about mud is dirty and clean at the same time, and he is saying it so terrifyingly sex driven. It is insane.
You
And
know what?
you know,
Little girls can't forget.
Dennis Hopper. Okay, so let me say first things. This movie is one of the reasons I wanted to start this podcast.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
I'm with you on that.
There's a handful of movies that I'd heard other movie podcasts discuss and hate, and I was like, well, you're wrong,
Yeah.
so I'm going to start my own.
With blackjack and hookers.
And this was one of those. The others were
Hackers.
there's Hackers.
Ooh, still haven't
There
done
was
that.
no, I don't remember now, but they were important.
Hard Target.
No, everybody loves Hard Target.
Everybody does?
I don't know.
Oh, they should.
Guarantee my dad loves Hard Target.
He should.
Guarantee.
It's got fucking JCVD and a mullet with a Cajun accent looking for someone's daddy. It's great.
But Dennis Hopper is one of the reasons this movie's great, as we were discussing. And to prepare for this viewing, because this will now be my 6th time watching this in the last 2 years,
Brag.
because we recorded this previously. There were some issues, some technical difficulties. So here we are again, but now we have a guest with us.
But you know we loved it because normally I'd fight you on it. Like, I don't want to watch this fucking movie again.
Yeah, we're watching something else.
Like, hey, we have to re-record Remo Williams.
I just
Like,
have
nope, that's a dead episode.
I just have to flash back to when we were having technical difficulties on Voyage of the Rock Aliens, and we recorded a whole hour before we realized nothing
it was
recorded.
only like a half hour.
But
This was
like,
an entire episode.
But hey, let me tell you, it was a good half hour.
It was a great half hour.
And I'm not mad about redoing this one like I was that.
Not at all.
Exactly. That's what I was pointing out.
Yeah. To prepare for this viewing, last night I decided to watch a Dennis Hopper movie I'd never seen. It's from the 80s. I don't remember the year. Or no, 70s. It's called Mad Dog Morgan. It's an Australian movie because I love those.
What isn't he in?
And he is doing an Irish accent in this Australian Western.
Okay, I think I'm following.
Out back there, you know.
And
Down
he is
under, maybe a
fucking-
dingo itchy baby.
Well, and I guess it did take place like before Australia was Australia. So
a
like even
colony.
Australian actors were trying to do British accents. They weren't trying to do Australian accents.
Makes sense.
So-
Makes sense.
But I guess he was fucking hammered that whole time. And that
this whole
ties right
time.
into this because he was hammered this whole time too.
The whole cast was hammered this whole time.
I don't think Johnny Legs was hammered.
No, he dropped this little nugget on me
Oh.
earlier.
They were absolutely hammered.
Really?
So, Bob Hoskins talks a lot about how they hated this movie.
Right.
The entire cast hated it.
But
we'll
they
get to
did their
Dennis Hopper
job.
For
and
sure.
his trash talk here momentarily. But Bob Hoskins talks about how he was injured multiple times making this movie. He gets broken his hand or a finger. So he's wearing a cast during part of the movie. He was electrocuted. He was stabbed multiple times.
Dude, what is he, Jason?
And that was the first interview I'd heard, and I was like, "Wow, that's a rough filming." But then I had read John Leguizamo saying that they all knew it was going to be a terrible movie, so they just made the best of a bad situation and got blitzed the
Well, they're
entire
already paying
time.
us.
So I mean, maybe put two and two together.
maybe
It's probably
what caused the accidents?
Yeah, you know.
It would
That's
it would
a
make
good
sense they
point.
knew it was bad because they were getting new pages, like rewrites, every single day. That was one of the things I read Dennis Hopper was mad about. He'd said he'd like memorize his lines, he'd show up and they'd be like, "Yeah, we're doing these pages instead." Like the whole script has been rewritten multiple times. Part of the special edition box set that I have that's heavier than a
See this guy
toddler.
flexing?
Yeah. Oh,
It's the Trust the Fungus set from Umbrella Entertainment, guys, just so you know.
it's impressive.
Yeah,
It's
is.
impressive.
It has a book that is included with it called Super Mario Brothers: The Scripts, and this book alone is, I mean, it's a small book because it fits in a DVD or a Blu-ray size case, but I mean, it's
It's
an
thick.
inch and a half
It's thick.
thick, and
It's
it's just
thicker
all
than
the copies
Snickers.
of the scripts.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now it's a husband and wife team.
Yes, it's a
Correct?
husband and wife team that directed it. Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton.
And they hated each other.
Rocky Morton, didn't he box in the 20s or something? Fuck. And Rocky Morton, he's knocking down that fella. He gave him a walloping. Punched him right in the kisser. I wasn't done announcing yet, but he's knocked down and he's not getting back up. This is brought to you by Filterless Lucky Strikes. Carry on with the show. And Camel cigarettes. Just
Somebody call Rocky Morton's mama. He's dead.
oh no, it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a steel chair.
I gotta get in there, Rock.
But they created
He wants to hurt you. Go on.
Max Headroom together.
Okay, that's fucking awesome.
So
Wait,
that's a
what?
thing.
Max Headroom.
Max Headroom.
Actor.
Last time we recorded
he
this,
made-
we talked about this, and you didn't know, and we explained it.
I smoked so much weed it affected her.
Yep. Remember, I push information out to
She
make
got-
room for new information.
She got contact
Oh,
done.
the Kelly Bundy
MTV
effect. Yes.
It's the MTV thing with the guy who's like
Oh,
a
yeah,
CG
yeah, yeah,
animated
yeah,
head.
yeah,
Yeah, that guy.
And he was acted by you know him.
I
You
love
him. He's the neighbor in Honey I Shrunk the Kids, but he also is the Australian guy in Eureka.
Yes, I do know who that is.
I
I don't know his
yes, that guy.
Yeah, he's Max Headroom.
The fake guy, the guy that's not from Jurassic Park because he's in Eureka, but he's the same character.
Uh-huh.
Eureka's Muldoon.
Edison.
Is that like Chernobyl's chainsaw?
name. Edison Carter?
That's Max Headroom's other name.
Like the actor
That's fact.
or
No, that's his.
Oh,
that's-
okay.
that's- we're not. We don't have enough time to talk Max Headroom again.
Okay.
We just don't have time.
Matt
But-
Frewer.
Yes, Matt Frewer. Thank you. But Dennis
It's
Hopper's shit talk
Nothing
about
I
this.
say that-
It's incredible.
It extends not only to him but his son, because there was a thing I read where he was on some show doing an interview.
What's his
And-
son's name?
He doesn't say here. I didn't look it up.
It's a weird name. He doesn't say here, Hopper.
You know,
I don't
I've
know
seen-
his name, Hopper.
I'm just gonna name my kid. He doesn't say here, man.
It's gonna be far fucking out.
But he was explaining why he did the film to his son. His son was 6 at the time, and at the time of the interview, he was 18. But he said, "Dad, I think you're probably a pretty good actor, but why'd you play that terrible King Koopa in Super Mario Brothers?" And Dennis Hopper responded, "Well, Henry," so there it is, Henry, "I did it so you could have shoes." And his son said, "Dad, I don't need shoes that bad."
What a little shit, dude. Because this is an amazing performance. I don't care if you like this movie, and if you don't, you're wrong. But if you don't like this movie, it's not because of him.
No, he's
No.
putting it all in there.
No.
Two of
And
my
it-
favorite.
I don't think it's because of any of the actors that are in the movie. Like,
Maybe that's why we love this movie so much, because it's not a good adaptation of Mario Brothers.
It's the
No.
worst.
by any means.
You guys
But-
played a different Mario than I did because this is exactly like.
oh, yeah, I actually.
The fuck did you play?
I played the Koopa
The
cousins.
bondage gas mask trashmen are one of my favorite Mario Brothers characters of all
Ooh,
time.
and my new band name. The gas. What did you say? The gas mask trash
bondage gas
Gas
mask trashmen.
oh,
Oh, we're thinking of different bands.
I was going straight psychobilly.
You know, to tie into the movie.
I
Yeah.
was thinking like that's some. That's some
Skinny puppy shit.
There's some skinny. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
But apparently, this was supposed to be a 5-week shoot, and it took 17 weeks. And that's part of the reason that Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper both described it as a nightmare.
Well, and also you're getting stabbed and electrified.
Right? Like,
Not
how
a
did he?
good-
But you're getting
time.
hammered every day, so weigh it out.
He could
Yeah.
be talking to any of us.
That's true.
Bob Hoskins actually said that. I believe it's Bob Hoskins, Dennis Hopper, but I'm pretty sure it's Bob Hoskins said that the directors were two idiots or two morons whose ignorance or arrogance was confused for genius, or
I
like
feel like that's a Hopper thing.
That could
like
be a
everything
Hoskins
I've
thing,
ever
too.
read was that this movie could have been a lot better.
Well,
Did
and
the
as soon
person
as,
that said it have an English accent?
Well, it was Bob Hoskins.
Well,
so.
yeah.
Did he say it in
every
the English accent or did he say it in the Mario accent? I don't
I
know.
was working for the devil.
We got
Every-
a Woik.
Every time you add another writer, your movie gets worse.
Well, and you talked about those rewrites that you just mentioned. That's making your movie suffer already.
There were at least 10 people who wrote on this script.
So I'm
Ooh.
wondering if it was
Yikes.
close to the game, and then the rewrites just kept changing everything.
Well, the original version was supposed to be like a fantasy,
Dude,
action movie.
Derrick showed me some of like the
But then it
sketches.
said for RoboCop was on discount and they said, fuck it, let's get
No,
that.
they built this set because this takes place in Brooklyn, New York, and fake Dino Hatton, I think they call it.
yeah.
But it was actually filmed in
Well, it wouldn't be
Wilmington,
Manhattan.
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Didn't you see the
just
movie
like
they
New
made?
York.
The Dino-Churian Candidate? Can't have Manchurian.
Well, like that
No.
movie theater that was playing I Was a Teenage Mammal.
uh-huh. Somebody had fun with these puns, but not enough.
But it was supposed to be a
it
fantasy.
wasn't. You can tell they didn't get Kiker.
Mm-mm.
It was
Kiker
supposed to be a
rules.
fantasy script. There was like
The city's in the back
a
of
yellow
a
brick
turtle.
road, except for it was like a black and white checker brick road, which still doesn't have. Well, I guess that's the end of those levels in Mario 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all black and white
Yeah,
checkered at the end.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But,
Because
like,
it's a
when you-
finish line.
When you're doing the
Yeah.
slots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and we go gamble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Koopa was supposed to be a big dragon dinosaur man, like he is like a dragon type of thing, not like this, not like this.
Not like this.
And actually, originally it was supposed to be played by Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Woo.
and there's concept art of Arnold Schwarzenegger as Koopa.
Ooh.
I didn't see this. concept
Intriguing.
art.
You'll post it with the episode. I'm
Yeah, I'll
My
take
sure.
some
mind is
pictures.
just melting
Yeah.
around. Get down!
It's all
Mario, get down!
The princess is in another castle.
And all the information in the book that I have, I will post some pictures, but all the information in the book I have came from a website of these dudes who are obsessed with this movie, and they've been obsessed since like 2007 with convincing people it doesn't suck. They have a website called like
doesn't.
SMB Archive or something like that.
Oh, no,
And
I don't.
This 500-page book that came with this thing is basically most of their website put into a book.
The rest is ramblings of a madman.
I mean, it's all
The
ramblings of
main
a mad.
problem with this movie is that it's not a Super Mario Brothers movie.
It's not.
But if they are going to do their own take on it, it would have been more cohesive with, let's say, 8 less writers. You know, like if you're gonna do this dystopian Mario Brothers, you know why they all use electricity, and like on the grid, no fossil fuels. The dinosaurs didn't
people
die over
bones
there.
don't make fuel.
Yeah, we got fossil
there's
fuels.
good thought put into the script.
There
in
is.
the movie.
Well, which one? Which script? That's
Exactly.
the problem.
Oh,
I mean,
That's the issue.
See.
There are 3 writers credited on this, but the SAG or not the SAG because that's Screen Actors, but the Writers Guild, the WGA rules are like the first and last people who wrote get credited.
Oh, you've mentioned this before.
Yeah, so it was Parker Bennett and Terry Ronte, who didn't really write much else that I recognized. But the main guy who did like the final version of the script was this guy, Ed Solomon, who wrote a lot of cool shit.
Like the Ed Sullivan Show?
Ed Solomon.
Oh, so close.
He wrote
Like King Solomon.
I was about to do an impersonation, but I'm not going to do it.
he wrote all 3 of the Bill and Ted movies. He wrote Mom and Dad Saved the World, Men in Black, Charlie's Angels.
Oh, no.
So, well, he got into the 2000s, it got bad. Charlie's Angels, Now You See Me, Now You See Me Too.
He's got to work.
I liked Now You See Me.
You can like it all you want.
I remember
Just like you can
enjoying
like
it.
this all you want.
Yeah.
You have to like this one. This is relationship breaking.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
But, you know, so the guy wrote some stuff, especially in this era, Bill and Ted and whatnot. He could have done a time-hopping fantasy.
I mean, I love Bill and Ted 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Those are so fucking fun.
Did you ever see the third one?
Yeah, I watched it.
It was fine.
You did the perfect.
It
It's
was
fine.
okay.
It's a movie. It's the most movie that's ever movied.
They added, so the movie starts with this animated intro.
Real quick, what's the name of the red dress wearing copulate? What did they call her?
Big Bertha.
Big Bertha. Big Bertha's the one that spit the eggs.
That was,
Bertha is the one that spits the eggs.
is it Bertha? No, it's Birdo.
Oh, Birdo.
Oh.
Mow. Mow. I just want to bring it up because that's the best noise in Mario Brothers.
Well, and right at the
Wow.
beginning when we have the actress that plays Daisy, whose name I definitely have here.
She's a park ranger in Broken Arrow with Christian Slater and John Travolta.
Samantha Mathis.
Okay.
Yes, she's in Broken Arrow. She was the main fairy there in Fern Gully.
You know what this movie really
I love
needed
that.
to let you,
Oh.
just to drive it home.
No,
This
it's
90s.
Mow.
You know,
Wow.
what a great fact.
Wow.
Wow. Owen Wilson as Birdo. Wow. Wow. Wow.
I mean,
There's
Scott,
one thing this movie was missing to really 90s it up. Howie Long. If they had
Yeah.
Howie Long farting around this movie, you'd be like, oh, I know exactly what year this is.
Howie
He just
Long,
plays.
why
He
am
just
I
plays.
He was a
Koopa's-
football player that tried his hand at
Howie
acting.
Long.
But it,
Yep.
He
it
just
would
plays
also be
Koopa's,
Terry Bradshaw. You could have also subbed in Terry Bradshaw.
Not as much. Not as much. Howie Long was a
Dan
henchman.
Marino.
A henchman in everything.
We've got Howie Long as Koopa's bodyguard in that cut scene, right, where he
Yeah.
drives up to pick up the Mario Brothers and take him to that
We're
sex
going
party
to a
with
party.
Tom Hanks.
Got your
Okay,
blindfold.
wait. We're talking henchmen. Let's go ahead and talk about Scapelli.
Scapelli.
Scapelli. And his weird vagina haircut.
Okay.
That we
So he's
just-
got a hockey mullet, but at the back of that mullet folds into itself
That's
to
whose
make
hair you
a
were talking
vagina.
about.
Yeah.
I didn't know who
Yeah.
you were
Like,
talking about.
they
Yeah.
showed the back of his head, and I kind of wanted
He's-
to fuck it.
He's
Like,
trying
wow.
to do that 50s like greaser feathered ducktail thing,
It was.
but it's so long that it does look like labia.
It's like I said,
Yeah.
we were
Looks like
watching
an
this.
upside down.
It was an
Menorah,
actor that said, "I'm
Majora.
not cutting my hair for this. You're gonna have
exactly.
To make this
He was
work."
like, "I'm
Yeah.
not cutting my mullet. I took a lot of time to grow this. This movie is not worth it. Look, I'm in 2 scenes. You turned me into a monkey. I'm not cutting my hair."
I'm also going to be a creep, just so
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
More importantly, he is the creepiest creep
That's ever creeped.
that has ever creeped.
I'm like, I was getting Weinstein vibes.
This man has definitely done some terrible things in Hollywood.
So he's played by a guy named Gianni Russo, who was in the first 2 Godfather movies. Carlo Rizzi. Someone remind me who that is. Is that that's not the boyfriend, is it? That gets the shit kicked out of him?
I don't
But see, now
think
you
so.
say that, now I was like, I thought he looked kind of familiar.
Yeah,
It
he was
could
in those-
could be actually, but I don't know.
think it actually is.
He was in previous episode Laser Blast, which was one of the first ones where it was just me and Patrick. You want to listen to that? Go get our Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople.
Oh, is it off?
It's in our archive on there.
Yeah.
It's only $3 a month, guys.
Yeah.
It might should be in the archive.
Dude, you can't even get a cup of coffee for less than $3.
He's also in the movie Stay Tuned.
Oh, which we will.
So, yeah, stay tuned.
Which we will.
That's
is
with Ritter.
What
right?
a fantastic
Ritter,
movie.
Jeffrey Jones, sadly. I believe you have a Eugene Levy just gracing us with his presence and his eyebrows.
It's been a very long time since
that
I've
movie's
seen
phenomenal.
It
Yeah,
is, it
that
is,
movie's
absolutely.
phenomenal.
I do want to
Maybe
tell.
we'll have you back for that.
I do want to tell a fun story about this movie. So I
Okay.
went and saw this movie at the Loft Cinema here locally in Tucson, Arizona. It's our only art house theater. That's
Are you
why
talking
they
about the
played
Loft?
Super Mario Brothers. That's what I said.
He started it with the
Oh wait,
Loft
you did that
Cinemas.
last time.
Because I'm actually listening this
Now
time.
who's forgetting?
No, I did it intentionally.
Him.
Oh.
But I watched it. I watched it there, and they played it on a 35 millimeter print, and apparently it's the last 35 millimeter print in existence, which must be the one that this was sourced from then before they upgraded it. But the guy there, whose name escapes me right now, he's a really cool dude that's like their programmer, and he does like introductions when they're doing one-time showing type movies. He told a story about trying to get this movie.
David?
No, that's the guy that
Oh,
runs
but
the
this
bar.
is super hard. Like, this is technically a Disney movie?
Yeah, so it belongs to Disney. It was in their vaults. He calls the people at Disney that you call for bookings, and they're like, we don't have that movie. It doesn't exist. And he's like, it does exist. I've seen it, and I know you have it because he knew somebody who worked there or something. He's like, I know you have it. Like, I've been told that you have it. I'd like to see it. They're like, yeah, we don't have it. It doesn't exist. So he goes around and around and around. Finally, someone
Never let
actually
that film
goes
out
in.
of this vault, dude.
That
Some-
Star Wars shit really went to their head, huh?
Yeah, it did.
No, it does not exist.
This is not the movie you're looking
Not the
for.
fuck I'm looking for.
Oh, you wanted Ewoks, did you?
But
You
anyway,
do not like this movie.
But he goes, so somebody goes in there and finds it. Apparently, it just wasn't like in their records. Like they like someone threw it in the vault and was like, it's fine.
it's being guarded by top men.
So it was like the hardest thing to find, but he found it. And then after they played it at the Loft, I started seeing, like from other podcasts that I follow who are in other parts of the country, like this one called Movie Dumpster. They're in Pennsylvania. They were showing the 35 millimeter print a few months later. So once it got found, all of a sudden Disney was like, wait, people are going to pay us?
It's a fucking Eagles reunion tour.
Right?
We're going to hit the whole country and make some more money.
It's what, 32 years old? Came out in 92?
93.
93?
So
Wow.
it's however many years that is.
But,
Wow.
31.
we were discussing
Wow.
this before we started recording that like some of these movies have this reputation of like, man, terrible movie.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you ever watch it? And then you watch it and you go, this is not that bad of a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's actually kind of a good movie.
Well, this movie, I think, spawned my love for terrible movies. It's the reason I have 2 shelves of mostly terrible movies over there.
Mhm.
Because
These only good ones on this shelf?
No.
mostly. Those are mostly good. Those are mostly
Depends
terrible.
on your definition of good.
Enjoyable.
These are all good.
Uh-huh.
That's why I own them. I have value.
Any movie with at least 3 chase scenes is a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need one of those chase
There's
scenes.
a car
is-
chase in this movie about plumbers. So.
You know what this movie didn't have for Derrick is a dummy.
No, no
We'll-
dummies.
We'll get there.
They were
Actually,
trying
I
to
don't know.
CG.
That old lady falling into that car
Nope,
might
that was
have
a
been
stunt
That was,
person.
that was
That
definitely
was
a stunt person with a
Yeah.
wig on.
I kept my
Oh.
eye on it the whole time.
What do
Me too.
Excuse me. Bob Hoskins was the man jumping around, climbing
Oh, you know
on
what?
that equipment the entire time.
Johnny
He was
Legs is in
stabbed,
this movie, though.
electrocuted.
Johnny Legs?
Yeah, so he's a dummy.
Yeah, it's true.
Johnny Legs.
John Leguizamo. I like to call him Johnny
Oh,
Legs.
Johnny Legs.
He's a pest.
But I saw this movie in theaters when I was a child, and I remember watching it. It's one of the few things I remember of my childhood. I remember watching this movie and thinking, well, this doesn't have anything to do with Super Mario Brothers. But also, when it came out on VHS or whatever, being like, I need to own this movie. I want to watch it again and again.
I think that's
So
So I
is
think it
this-
spawned in me that love of like, well, this movie sucks,
Is
but
this
it's also a lot of fun.
is this one that your parents were like, okay, you boys watch this. We're going to go watch this?
I don't remember. I just know I saw it in theaters.
This movie
So
broke a lot of
93
people's hearts, is what
would've been
happened, because
8.
it wasn't Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
That's why. And no one looked past that and said, like, it's actually a fun kind of take on it with actors acting, and it's enjoyable. And everyone's like, no, it's dead to me. I'll never watch it again. And then, of course, it never hit streaming anywhere.
No.
Because it would have a much bigger resurgence if this wasn't so hard to find.
Yeah, no, until Umbrella released a Blu-ray like last year, I think, before they did the 4K and I had to upgrade again. The only way
Didn't
you could
have to,
find
but
it
he had to.
the only way you could find it was on DVD, and it was one of those very early DVDs where like when you open the case, the disc is just shiny and it's got black printing on it that just says Super Mario Brothers. It's
Oh,
not
I
even,
know
like
exactly.
the logo.
No thought was put into that.
Yeah.
Man, the artwork, I can still picture the artwork in my head of them in front of the big steel M. With the wrenches and the pipes, and you're looking at it. You as a kid, you were like, "What the fuck is this? But I'm going to go see it.
I
and
pushed
then-
that. I never saw this in theaters. I was
No,
never
you should've.
directed towards me.
Yeah, maybe you could have saved it.
This
I
made
was
for,
a-
this is made for 7 or 8
In
year old boys.
'93,
have
I
a-
was a 12-year-old girl. I was not going
Me
to
too.
see the Super Mario Brothers.
Do you have numbers on this box office or anything?
Yeah, so we all know at this point, especially after doing our mental health month, that box office numbers are not an indicator of good movies.
Not at
Correct.
all.
No.
Especially what we call
I mean, this one's more successful than some of those movies we did for mental health month.
go on.
Oh, damn.
But it cost $48 million to make.
Wow.
Wow.
Which was way over budget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, 16 weeks, dude.
Way
I thought it was
over budget.
17.
And then it made $21 million.
Wow.
Wow. So
Yeah.
that's less than half the budget, which the budget doesn't include marketing and stuff. And there was definitely
And
marketing
this
behind
was probably one that had collector's cups, McDonald's toys.
It had all that shit.
Yeah.
I remember all that.
Uh,
I definitely
Is
remember
there a
all
Bob
that.
Hoskins action figure out there I don't own and I need to?
I, will
I don't
look.
think this movie had action figures, but it
All right.
should have had action
Yeah,
figures.
it should have. If that exists, I'm gonna spend a lot.
Yeah, I know.
of
When we're
money
done
on
here,
it.
I might be going on eBay and looking up collector's cups.
Now,
Now,
definitely-
only if they're the black or the glass, like edged kind. Edged?
No, it's a,
Hey,
it's
whoa.
the same thing we
etched
just.
kind.
It's
Open the door to our bedroom.
It's them standing in front of
Use
the
a cup.
M with the wrenches, doing their weird pose.
Yeah, well, you know, like
and
the-
shoes
but you know, like the
that are only in
Batman
a
ones?
movie for like 10 minutes tops.
You know
Brandon-
the Batman ones that are like embossed glass, though,
Yes.
not those shitty plastic printed
Uh-huh.
on ones. That's what they need to
that
be.
So
all
I
has
think-
lead in them.
That's fine.
I think
Okay.
Brandon and Derrick will appreciate this, but Whitney came over once a couple weeks ago, and I was pouring whiskeys, and I said, "You know what? Hold on, I have company, babe. Let's get the fancy cups." And I got Whitney a mug of whiskey in the Flintstones edged glass that came from is that McDonald's.
Yes.
Dude.
I was so
Oh,
excited.
are you-
I told Jack, I was like, this is the only cup you're serving me from now on.
Are you tying in Flintstones because it shares Walk the Dinosaur and its soundtrack
Oh, it does. I didn't
with
even
Mario
think about
Brothers?
that.
Because, I mean,
I was
let's
How
be
many
honest.
movies used that song?
So I was wrong when I was telling you
Anything
guys
that
I
had
thought it was in
dinosaur.
Tammy and the T-Rex. That's Dinosaur Man.
Oh,
Not Walk the
okay.
Dinosaur.
No.
This Walk the Dinosaur is done by George Clinton and the Goombas.
Oh,
And
not
like-
Parliament Funkadelic.
No. And there's a
Huh.
music video for it. And I really want to watch
Yeah, we'll do that.
it.
Maybe you should share it on the Taka Tits.
Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Well, I feel like the dinosaur is gonna walk you.
I feel like George Clinton wasn't really thinking when he wrote that. He just put some words there and said, "All right, we're good."
How much
when I
acid
watched
do
this
you
music
think he was
video,
on?
Not enough.
wasn't he the one that said he was on acid for like 3 years straight or something?
Yeah, but he had no sense of time. It was actually 5 minutes in a bathroom. I spent 3 years in the same bathroom on acid.
Okay.
No, you didn't, George.
So, highly recommend it. Anyone listening listens to George Clinton and Parliament and Funkadelic and all of that.
Yeah.
Bootsy
And then
Collins.
we got to mention Mojo Nixon, who's in the
Obviously,
movie
who's
as
in
well.
this.
And you should listen to Mojo Nixon as well. So,
Well, if you don't have Mojo Nixon, then your store could use a fix-in.
see,
That's the
Whitney
Dead
gets
Milkman
it.
song.
Dead Milkman.
But one more thing before we get into the story, 30 minutes in. There were two other
I
people.
thought it was 3 years, dude.
There were two other people that were considered or attempted to get for Koopa.
Okay.
And I have to mention them for both of you guys. One was Michael Keaton.
Ooh.
Okay.
Maybe he was just like, I'm Batman, dude. Like,
I feel that.
I'm not doing this.
It's I'm Batman.
And the other one was Kevin Costner.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That would have been such a worse movie, but I still need to see that.
I want to know what the directors
As
and
Koopa?
Those
Yeah.
plumbers are after my seed.
oh my God, I really want that movie. I want that movie so bad.
It's just the
I got a
opening
pipe
scene.
you can fix.
The
Oh,
opening scene,
incredible.
instead of him kidnapping Daisy's mom, is just him pissing into a thing and drinking it. He's like, you know why I like to drink my piss? Because it's clean and dirty at the same time.
Mario
Okay.
Brothers becomes this 5-hour-long epic
I
about
didn't say he was
like
going to direct it.
If he's in this movie, he's got notes. And I'll tell you what, the scene where they're walking through the desert just became an hour and a half.
So you said Costner, I heard bacon, and my brain went someone completely different.
You just saw Mario's dick or
Iggy,
Koopa's dick
Spike,
flopping around.
get out of here. I've got to dance. And just dick flop.
You see, we get that shot of him getting out of the mud
Everybody
bath,
get
and it's just
footloose.
flopping.
It's his front tail,
My
man.
dick's loose. My dick's loose. for some reason, Viggo Mortensen's in the back taking a naked bath fight.
But he's got the same Dennis Hopper haircut, man. Ugh.
I love the hair. Jack fucking hates.
No.
the
I
hair.
love Dennis Hopper's
Oh,
hair.
I thought you
It
hated
just doesn't
his
make any
hair.
sense.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Them having hair makes no sense.
Correct.
Because they keep talking about like they evolved from mammals, the gross little monkeys.
Then why would you have hair?
Yeah, why do you have
Correct.
hair? I would have loved if he would have walked into the room and just like popped off that hair and put it on a dummy head and just been like smooth.
But to be fair,
To be fair.
the reason that the dinosaur stuff was added to this was because I think it was Rocky Morton had played or seen Super Mario World, and he's like, dinosaurs are in that, right? You got Yoshi and
Dino
stuff.
DNA.
Those dinosaurs, the Koopalings or whatever they're called, Koopa's kids,
Yeah.
they have hair
Yeah.
in that game.
Oh, one's blonde.
They've got like Ludwig von
They
Koopa
have
has
hair.
like the
He's
little
To
not
show that
wrong.
they're spunky.
Iggy has
I love
like
a tuft of hair.
Iggy has very similar hair to Spike in this, which is like it almost looks like a top of a carrot coming out of his head, you know.
Yeah.
So they have hair. They're hairy dinosaurs.
Sure.
Everybody shave the dinosaur.
I mean, there's some.
I mean,
there's some
I'm trying to
reptiles.
nitpick the science of this movie. I don't need
Oh.
to.
Aren't there some reptiles that have like a fur on them? Like we have cactus that have hair.
It's not hair.
Those are just
Did
little
you just
tiny
compare a
spines.
cactus to a reptile?
Sure did.
Well, green,
We're all living
dry,
creatures.
desert dwelling.
Animal, vegetable, or
Poisonous.
mineral, and I'm pretty sure it's not
Are
the same
cactus
category.
poisonous? Cacti?
Cacti.
Are cacti poisonous? No, they just hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some that irritate your
Some are.
skin.
Yeah. But we should
Can't
talk
die
about
from
this
cactus,
movie.
dude.
Oh, let's talk about the movie.
The movie.
Like what happens in the movie.
I don't want to.
Hey guys, after this episode, I really kind of want to go out and get a beer. What are you thinking?
I mean, okay, look, the thing is, I deal with beer so much in my life. I want something else. I'm fine with beer, but I want like a stiff cocktail or a nice glass of whiskey.
You know, the music box is just down the way, and you can get an awesome cocktail, or they even have like Tombstone and other great beers on tap.
The music box, where would I find that?
Oh, you mean the music box at 6951 East 22nd Street in
Yeah.
Tucson, Arizona.
Right down there at 22nd and Cole.
Yeah, they've got a great selection of whiskey, gin, tequila, mezcal, other spirits.
Ooh, sometimes they have like pudding shots and jello shots.
You're putting me on.
And depending on the night of the week, we can get karaoke, live music. It's great.
Ooh, on happy hour on. Oh, it's Wednesday. It's on happy hour.
Yeah.
I'm in. You guys are selling me.
Let's go to the Music Box Lounge right
Woo!
now.
Let's go.
Sharks of the Corn? Virus Shark? Cocaine Shark? Sharktopus? Yeah, those are all real movies. Join me, Steve Coates, as each week I take a comedic look at the bizarre world of sharksploitation cinema on Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast.
Like the opening intro.
But so much happens in this movie.
This opening pixelated animated intro with Dan Castanella.
Hey,
Is that his name?
65 million years ago, there was fucking dinosaurs in Brooklyn. It wasn't just pizza and scumbags.
This was added because apparently test audiences didn't understand the split universe thing.
Okay.
Even though it's said
Even though
three
they
fucking
say
times.
it multiple times.
wonder how
Which is
many
probably
times it was
why it
added.
says 3 fucking times. Hey,
And these
asshole.
two dinosaurs are talking to each other. They're like, I sure do like eating plants and shit or whatever.
This is the life.
And then they get
Sure
killed
doesn't
by...
get better than this.
And now Hollywood can't get the fuck away from this split dimension. Like, everything has a split dimension.
It's a
Like,
multiverse, dude.
We
Yeah.
finally start, as an audience, we understood it finally.
right? It
All right,
only
cool,
took
they
31
get it.
years.
we don't have to explain it 3 times in a movie with Dan Castanella and claymation.
Hey, I'm
Shit.
still looking for Woik, though.
Dude, I wish it was claymation.
Right? I
No,
would have
it
taken
This
wasn't
like
even-
this
no,
like
yes.
4-bit animation. It's not 8-bit.
Excuse me.
This is Game Boy.
It looked incredible.
This was the
And,
word
and it looked incredible.
Yeah.
It's I'm telling you, go get the highest digital quality version of this film, and you will be thrilled with.
Are you eating shrooms
Your
along
purchase.
with it, though?
I didn't eat shrooms while we watched this. I actually behaved myself, and I have to say, still incredible.
Yeah, it crossed my mind.
I like the beginning, how
Mine
stupid
too.
it is though, because it's just
I'm
like
being horribly sarcastic.
it's like, what if there was dinosaurs, and what if there was a meteor, and what if it created a parallel dimension, and what if, and I'm like, Why don't we just say this is what happened?
This is what happened. Stop what-ifing me.
Maybe that's what confused him is all the what ifs.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that was
Did
all
it
added
actually
to make it
happen,
make sense.
Harold? The
What if
narrator
we
said,
got a
what if?
script for the Mario Brothers and said, fuck it. Let's write our own movie.
Oh, I can't wait
Look,
to get to
there
the
are
room
two
full
brothers
of
in it,
tomates.
and their last names are Mario. So it's a Mario Brothers.
Or Mario.
Or Mary Roney.
Or, like-
I don't know. What the
Yeah,
hell?
Mario
Derrick
Roney.
Leguizamo's somewhere in between those. He's like Mario.
Hey, Mario.
No, Luigi does proudly announce himself as Luigi Mario.
But every now and then his accent slips into saying Mario.
Yeah.
That's because doesn't have a Brooklyn accent. I don't think.
No.
So.
No,
No, he does not.
No.
What's his accent?
John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
It's fucking Benny from the Bronx, dude.
But so then it goes to Brooklyn 20 years ago. We have Samantha Mathis playing her own mother, dropping off this thing at the nuns. Which, by the way, these nuns, it's like a container
have
that has an
taken this.
egg in it, and then a baby hatches out of the egg.
Brandon, you know a bit about how ruthless the church can be. They're burning this baby that hatches from an egg, right?
It's the
Catholic
devil.
Church
They're
is
not even calling the bishop.
Okay.
They're
I
flushing
personally
this thing.
felt that they would have viewed this egg as a gift from God, and it would have been used as like part of the communal buffet. Like they would have. This would have been breakfast.
Dorothy,
Like this.
do you still have that recipe for mini quiches?
the Catholic Church
We've got a
is against
potluck.
abortion, though.
That's true.
Well, I guess this baby was born, so
but
they
it's
don't care
hatched
anymore. Yeah.
from an egg.
I still think they would have thought it was a spawn of Satan and
Yeah.
burned it right then and
We
there.
or
did-
that.
we
Or
did
that.
talk about-
That-
Holy water.
Yeah. And there's
Whitney
no
had a
fucking
good
way.
point. She was like, "Wait, so that egg came out of that lady?" And that was when we first went, "Mow."
Okay, this egg,
Her vagina is Birdo.
this
It's a
egg
huge egg.
is the size of a 6-month-old baby.
Oh yeah.
Wait, that's not how big they are when they're born?
No,
Also, there's just straight.
average 8
There's
pounds,
straight
20
infant
inches.
crotch shot. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Oh, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This baby
like-
is very sticky.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't be like, "Oh, I'm uncomfortable by this," but like, I'm uncomfortable.
I am
by this.
uncomfortable. They had to let you know it was a girl.
What's a baby? Yeah, I
Nah, we
guess.
can figure it out when she
I don't
trauma
need
dumps
it.
all
Don't
over
need
everybody.
It. Don't need it. Don't want it.
So then we meet Mario and Luigi Mario, played by, of course, as we mentioned, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo.
Here
And
for
you guys know who those
refer
guys
to
are, right?
Johnny Legs.
Everybody knows who Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo are, right?
So it's funny. I was thinking about it. Bob Hoskins is obviously a known actor, but only for in my life like 3 big roles.
He was Shmee.
Shmee and Hook, and then of course Eddie Valiant and Roger Rabbit. I mean,
Yeah.
I know he's got other roles, dude, but we're just one head away from the Mount Rushmore of Bob Hoskins.
I did not know
That he was
until
British.
I was
neither
an
did
adult that he was British. I
Same.
had no clue.
When we
No
talked
clue.
about it the last recording, that's when I was like, he's fucking English.
I heard him talk on it, and every one time I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
So when he played Shmee, that was his normal.
Yeah.
Like he didn't put on a little show.
Lord,
He's
just
also-
struck
well,
my brain.
He's also in Brazil. I mean, it's only for a hot
What
second.
the fuck is Brazil?
One of the
Oh
coolest
my
movies ever
God.
made.
It's a good.
Terry
movie.
Gilliam.
Terry
Come on.
Gilliam.
Come on. I've made you watch it,
I'm
but you
just
probably
staying
tuned
quiet
out.
because I also haven't seen it, and you're taking a lot of heat right
So
now.
there's a scene in that movie where Robert De Niro shows up as like a Black Ops plumber, and
That just rolled off his tongue
I
normally.
gotta get that. I gotta get in there and get that turd.
He's,
nobody can know I'm getting
well, 'cause
that turd.
Brazil is all about like bureaucracy and bullshit, and
Sure.
so he shows up and he's the guy that's like, "I'll come fix your shit off the
Literally.
record, like secretly, like he's in the walls fixing these pipes and stuff." And Bob Hoskins and another guy
Is he
show up,
also a
and
plumber?
they're like the government plumbers.
He was a plumber.
So he's basically playing Mario in that.
Oh,
like,
man.
hold on, I've got a picture for you guys.
Black Ops plumber is just a great statement.
So
Mira.
what the fuck?
That's his costume.
What is with this hat?
It's very much a Mario.
I mean,
It
this
is
is very much
Mario.
a Terry Gilliam.
Mike
Just
Ty.
everything about this is Terry Gilliam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So that's got to get posted.
Yes.
yes. Oh,
Also, when are we gonna do this movie?
Brazil's
yes.
a great movie.
I remember this.
I've never heard of it.
It's literally one of my favorite movies.
It's a fantastic.
You've literally never made me watch this, and I've never heard you talk
You're
about it before
literally
in your
using
life.
the word literally a lot.
Johnny Legs is Carlito's Way, Tu Wong Fu, Romeo plus Juliet, The Pest,
Oh,
Spawn.
shit. Carlito's Way also has the dude that plays Spike in this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, just thought about them acting together. I got no fucking
He's
dick,
actually
man.
in a lot of like those.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He steals that car.
Yes, he does.
He's
is
still
the
working.
fucking guy in Ferret. Oh,
He's the car guy.
He's just got such
He's the car guy.
face. I love it.
And he's still around because he's in at least the first John Wick. I think he gets killed. So
John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he does get killed.
Maybe he's in the second one also.
He's in the
He's in the
second
second
one.
one. He drops off or picks up the beat up car.
Okay. And then he was in Violent
Menu?
Night.
Hey, Romeo plus
I
Juliet.
said Romeo plus Juliet.
Oh, I wasn't listening
He's
to
not listening to you. She's not listening to you.
He's also in Violent Night that just came out.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess it was almost 2 years ago now, but that's a good one.
The Menu.
and he's in Son of
Tours.
Sam.
That's
The Menu.
True.
Son of Sam.
So
Lots of
was Summer of
movies.
Sam? It's Summer of Sam.
I
Summer
love
of Sam.
Johnny Legs.
Wasn't he a punker? No, his best friend's the punker. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's good. It's good. Real good flick.
we like our Johnny Legs. He's in The Pest.
I said that.
I was hoping you weren't like gonna like acknowledge it as a movie.
It's not.
Should you? Should you?
It's a collection of scenes that were glued together and released. You know, Johnny Legs is watching Miraculous World where they talk about crazy shit happening. Bob Hoskins ain't having that. They have to go to an emergency plumbing, and this is important because apparently in this world, you hire plumbers the way that like I don't know, like you call all the plumbers and you're like whoever gets here first gets the fucking
Wait,
job.
you guys don't do that with pizza? You don't call like 5 pizza places and pay for the one that gets there first? Sorry, Domino's, tough out of luck this time.
If plumbers are listening, please write into the show
Seriously,
and tell
let us
everyone
know.
because I am dying to know if like plumbers are all just like sitting by their phone.
Well, I know there's
like
a
waiting
bidding
to
thing.
rush
just
to
racing.
I can understand bidding for like big contracts, but they're not like hey, my toilet's overflowing, and they're like, quick, get in the fucking van.
It is not a first come, first serve basis.
No.
It is who you called.
And then Barney Gumble's calling for the.
They get
Oh,
beat there.
send all the plumbers. Oh,
I
there's the
didn't-
flood.
I
Are
never
you
noticed
Barney
that
from The
before.
Simpsons?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's got to be Dan Castellaneta doing that voice too on the phone, right?
Yeah.
it sounded just like
that's
Barney.
Dan
Oh, there's piss and shit everywhere. Send them.
Send all your plumbers.
And
There's
beer.
only 2 of us.
Also, don't forget the beer.
I'm very proud of myself for knowing exactly who that was.
Well, he said it right before he did it.
I don't listen.
This isn't a conversation.
This would make so much more sense if Whitney had on headphones. Like Whitney's
I can't hear you guys.
Whitney's in an isolated booth right now and is just reacting a minute and a half late.
Whitney
She starts
is going
watching
like,
Super Mario Brothers today.
She starts wearing headphones for recording. I'm like, why are you doing that? I don't have the feedback thing on. She's like, no, I'm listening to music.
Whitney is in a small area with 3 of the loudest people that
can only
she
hear
will
one
ever
person
meet in
at
her
a time.
life.
I'm not sure how she
And
can't
she
hear
cannot
us.
hear us.
Well, because I'm focusing on other things.
I'm looking around to see what's shiny.
So they get beat to the job by the Scapelli brothers.
Scapelli.
Pussy
And,
hair.
They end up going. Then we cut to this.
Oh,
dig
is that the
site.
Sicilian translation for Scapelli?
Yes.
Pussy hair.
It is actually.
From
It
the
is.
town
It is.
of
It is.
Scapelli, you know, pussy hair.
I'm like a girl with a trim Scapelli.
I'm using it.
Yep.
Hey, you got Scapelli is no smelly.
So there's something about dinosaur bones.
We're just moving on from that.
Oh, the dinosaur bones. They come.
Dude,
They
if
become
Dennis,
an important
that
part
is
later in the
uranium.
plot.
if Dennis
Well,
Hopper had
iridium.
his way, all dinosaurs would
Iridium.
bone.
Dinosaur boners.
But I mean, the big thing is they find these dinosaur bones and they don't look like any dinosaur bones anybody's ever seen. And she's like, it's like a dinosaur trying to be a man.
No, it's like a monster trying to be human.
Same thing.
Dinosaur monster.
It's shameful that she assumes that they're monsters immediately.
It's shameful he assumed it was a man.
She had to insult her own blood because,
See?
spoiler, she's a dinosaur.
She's not a dinosaur. She's a mushroom.
She's
No,
a
she's
dinosaur.
No, she's
No.
a dinosaur.
She's a
But her
dinosaur.
dad
Just
is
'cause
a
her dad got
fungus.
de-evolved into
We don't
fungus,
know.
He got
That's
de-evolved
past.
all the way back
That's
to
past.
like first stage.
Because what happened?
Yeah.
What Koopa
I'm
got?
still saying they're two
Koopa
different
got
species.
de-evolved to
Ten
primordial
riders.
ooze.
Yeah,
They're
they're
different species.
No, they're not.
They are.
They're all dinosaurs.
I play the games. They're all different species.
This
Well,
has
no,
nothing to do
yeah,
with the game.
throw all the lore out you know about Mario Brothers. Get it out of your head and fill it with this movie.
I don't think a fungus turned into. I can believe a single swarm,
A
Single cell organism, which would be fungus.
of slime.
Whitney, I'm just gonna say, as the guy that was trying to argue the science of this movie earlier, you're gonna lose this
Okay,
fight.
you know what? We
All right.
need to watch.
Just give it up. There's no science to this movie.
We need to watch Altered States. and you can see how people evolved.
Okay.
Because Jeff Daniels, William Hurt, one of those guys.
Wow.
Whoa. Big jumps there.
Oh, they're all pretty much the same.
It was played by either Willem Dafoe or Danny DeVito. I'm having trouble figuring out.
Denzel Washington
you tell me that
or
an 80s
Tom Hanks.
You
I'm
tell
not
me,
quite sure.
You tell me that an 80s Jeff Bridges and an 80s William Hurt are almost exactly the same, and you're wrong.
No, you're not. You're not
But-
wrong. It's just how it was like Jeff Daniels, Jeff Bridges, William Hurt.
Anyway, altered states. William Hurt does a bunch of mushrooms, does sensory deprivation, de-evolves back into a monkey man, and then eventually de-evolves into primordial ooze. Because
Was
everything
he
came
ever a
from
mushroom?
ooze. No,
Exactly.
he skipped steps.
Yeah, that's the next step. Primordial ooze, mushrooms, fungus, mice, jack, apes, people.
And as a fungus, we all know that you can communicate with people and
Yeah, you give 'em
move
bombs.
and
Yeah,
breathe
you know,
and function.
bombs.
In the word of the great philosopher, music, the great communicator, used 2 sticks to make it in the nature. Sir Anthony Kiedis.
And then snowboard down a tube on a mattress.
Daisy is going to call somebody because the Scapellis are harassing her because they also own this construction site or whatever. And we meet
does
Fisher
the-
Stevens and Richard Edson, who are playing Iggy and Spike Koopa. And they're there to kidnap her. There's been a bunch of girls kidnapped from Brooklyn. And that's because they're looking for this princess, which they show why they keep getting the wrong one. He's like, I know that's her. Look at her. 2 arms, 1 head, 2 legs. Definitely her.
I've never been more sure.
They're definitely racist.
Xenophobic almost. Well, no,
Specious.
it's specious.
Which
You're
makes
special.
which makes sense when you find out who Dennis Hopper is basically playing.
Yeah.
It is interesting because when they go to the alternate dimension, everyone else in the alternate dimension, much differently than the 1 head, 2 arms, 2 legs, has 1 head, 2 arms, 2 legs. So
Yeah, they don't look anything alike.
And
No,
they have
nothing at all.
hair.
Yeah, but they've also got like scales and stuff.
Not all of them.
Not at all.
But so
There's a
I think
Catwoman.
So it's hold on.
I
sorry.
think actually no,
I just
me first.
Ladies
fine.
first.
Okay, so I think the reason why he took the other one is because she smelled like Daisy. Because he smelled and he's like, "That's her. I know it's her." And then when they took the other one, he smelled her.
Oh,
He's
that could
like,
be.
"That's her." I still
okay.
think that's why he took Daisy. I'm not saying about the other ones. The other,
Yeah,
the
other
other
ones you're just-
Tomeys.
Okay. Now to my
But-
point.
Yes.
When you see one of their people that has like extra scales, that's the equivalent of somebody with a really hairy back here. You know, it's the same thing. Like, damn, look how much hair he's got in his face. Oh man, look at that scale beard.
I bet you want a scale beard.
Oh, fucking have to. I have to hide this face.
For the listeners, Fisher Stevens will be on this podcast again, but
Yeah.
he's been in a lot of movies. But the ones I have written here,
Short
Short
Circuit.
Circuit, where he plays a Middle East.
I think he's Pakistani. He's doing a very on the nose, we won't do it accent.
Yeah, he's doing like Pakistani or Indian accent. And most of us, I think, grew up watching that movie and didn't know that he wasn't.
Think of a poo
I
from
didn't.
Simpsons.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
am
he's
I allowed
also
to say
in. He's also in Hackers, which will be coming up very soon. He
Another
plays
fine
the
film.
what is it? The virus?
I think so. He plays a hacker.
I don't remember.
Also a skateboarding hacker, right?
Yeah, he's a skateboarding hacker.
Well, if you're gonna get at one of them.
Is it a 90s movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he
It's-
definitely skateboarded.
I was like,
Or
you know the
rollerbladed.
movie, right?
No,
It's
because
got-
the good hackers rollerblade in that. The
has-
bad hackers skateboard.
it
Let's
has-
not acknowledge rollerblading anymore on this podcast.
You know who
if we don't have
taught him
to.
how to skateboard? Daisy Fuentes.
Ah.
Back to her.
Hey, don't
And-
forget Cindy Crawford.
I never do.
Or 3D Doritos. Let's just wrap it all around.
Well,
like,
Pepsi
nice little
is Cindy
package
Crawford.
there.
Howie Long here.
How
And this other guy, Richard Edson, didn't do. I mean, he did other movies, but he's always been smaller roles. Like he was in Howard the Duck.
He's
Yeah.
never been a lead. He's always been a
No,
support.
yeah, he's in Platoon. He's in Do the
He's
Right
a Howard
Thing.
Dean Stanton.
He's
Oh yeah, he dies.
kind
in
of a Howard
Platoon,
Dean
doesn't
Stanton,
he?
but Howard Dean Stanton got at least 2
I mean,
movies where he
everyone
was
dies
the
in
lead.
Platoon.
Yeah, I think one. That was the last one.
He got
did.
2: Paris, Texas, and Lucky, which was his last movie.
Gotcha.
But anyway, they're trying to find this woman, so they're watching Daisy. I did laugh when they get the hot dogs, and I think it's Spike gives it to Iggy. He's like, "Look, they said it's dog."
Throw out the buns and
They
just
throw out the buns, but then when we get to Dino Hatton, those guys are putting little lizards on buns.
Yeah.
So like,
that's the food of the poor
They're
people.
just
those guys are
watching the carb
yeah,
intake.
they're doing keto.
Uh huh. I get it. Trying to hit
Atkins.
that ketosis.
They were doing Atkins. It's the 90s.
Well, they're dinosaurs, so carnivore diet.
I mean, that's it. Yeah. If you could afford to just eat meat, it'd be great.
We're doing paleo.
That's why they're running out of resources. Because it's just like, well, nobody here eats fucking vegetables.
yeah.
Oh, don't worry, because they're going to combine both dimensions and have, quote unquote, endless resources when they take over
Oh,
ours.
and pure air, clean water.
All
It's
those
not gonna
endless
go well, dude.
resources readily available still to this day.
All of them.
So he's going to be a climate change denier for sure when he runs for office in 2024.
God, he is exactly him.
It's
isn't
not
he?
like
He's a lizard
I mean,
person.
they don't
Oh,
look
and
alike
that's a
at
lowercase
all.
him, by the
at
way.
all, except they totally do kind of fucking look alike
Yeah.
when you watch the movie. It's
Fake
not
hair.
comfortable.
I'm the
stupid
best
suit.
dinosaur ever. Nobody's ever Coopered the way I've Coopered before.
Hopper's holding his
So-
hands all weird the
But
whole
if
time.
you shoot,
He doesn't
if you
wanna
shoot
touch
Hopper in
anything.
the ear, does it regrow? Like
yeah,
Well,
like,
lizard.
like Dr. Kirk
Dinosaur?
Connors.
Koopas
Yeah.
can actually shed their ears in a form of defense and grow a new one back.
oh,
If a predator comes in, they shed their ear real quick and get away.
Use it as
Fantastic.
a star.
Uh-huh.
fantastic.
And so there's some
That
flirting,
could
there's
mean
some
two
whatever.
things.
They end up going to dinner together. We're skipping ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, we've gone long already. We've barely talked about the plot.
Sorry.
So they all end up going to dinner together. It's Luigi, Daisy, Mario, and his girlfriend Daniela, who has massive breasts.
Yes.
Right
I just have
big
to
old
point it
bushy
out.
boobs.
Because they are like separately credited.
They're two of the stars of the show, dude.
They are. And I was nice and I said, nice shelf.
It's literally a shelf.
It
the
is.
nicest she could have been about it.
And this is when she's
Elegantly
telling them,
displayed.
she's telling them about like what she does for a living, the dinosaurs and the whatnot. And Luigi is like, well, there used to be dinosaurs in Brooklyn?
Calm down. There used to be Dodgers, too, kid.
Meh, meh, meh. Someone's
Bum,
grandpa.
bum, bum,
Someone's
bum,
grandpa was laughing
dumb.
There
hard.
was Dodgers here back in the day, you know. That's what makes it funny. There was a whites only. That's obvious.
So wasn't it back in the 30s that they moved?
Oh, I don't know. I fucking hate the Dodgers wherever they go.
Oh. Okay.
I've been on this
Wow.
date, not this double date, but
Wow.
I've been on this date where all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't take this necklace off. I was when I was found. Found? Oh yeah, I was abandoned.
Oh,
Let's just grab that glass
Yeah,
of wine and
let's-
get that away from you. Waiter, catch my eye, please. Check, please. Waiter,
Well, it
catch my
turns
eye.
out
This
Luigi
date's a
is
trauma
also
dump.
an orphan.
Everyone's trauma dumping on
You
this
too?
date. Like
Yeah, they're gonna join up. She's gonna wear pink. He's gonna wear green. They're gonna be Mighty Orphan Power Rangers.
The mighty orphaned Power Rangers.
Plumber Rangers. Mighty Orphan Plumber Rangers.
We've already got a green and a red. Waluigi's yellow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Wario
Mario
is-
wasn't an orphan though, because he says he got all his sayings from Pop, and Pop got them from Grandpop.
Oh, they just adopt people in this family.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think Luigi? When later
that's where he
he's
got
like,
his tools.
"I'd high five you, but then you'd be an only child." You're just adopting people, and you adopted him as your brother. That's weird.
Well, no, he even says Mario is like my mother. Hey, now. Okay, father,
Easy.
uncle, brother. I'm like, which one
That's
molested
worse,
you?
actually. I think
He
father,
taught me-
uncle, brother is worse.
He taught me how to shave and what puberty is. Same day.
So I'm wondering if Mario's father died when he was young, and that's why he took in Luigi, and he was like, "I'll take care of you, kid."
Yeah, his father was crushed by a falling rock with a face on it.
He went down the wrong pipe.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da.
He was trying to get extra money for the family, and he smashed his head into a brick wall, but it was the wrong one.
He ate one of the wrong mushrooms.
I really feel that we have made a horrible mistake by not having like Mario noises on cue for this entire podcast.
Mario soundboard.
Soundboard was needed.
It's a me, Mario. Sounds just like Bob Hoskins, right?
Hey, it's a me, Mario.
Gotta go to Woik.
But so they leave the date. He's walking her home.
Hold on. I have to say this part. If you're not doing anything later, I'd really like to walk you home.
Yeah, like what was she doing? She had another date. If you're not doing anything later, well, I was planning on going to a gangbang club, but we could just go for a walk. That's
you know what my
fine.
sister always says.
One
Not
man's-
saying it.
One man's is
One man's fungus is another man's tunnel.
It was Whitney said something a couple episodes ago, just like, my sister always said, one man's cum is another man's lube. Like, why would she always say that?
Hey.
Why is that a common phrase?
Mama always said.
The 90s? It was the 90s.
Just
All
listen to
right.
Forrest Gump say it now. Mama always said one man's cum is another man's lube. I mean, his mom was banging around town.
Mama
so-
always said, life is like a German orgy. Never know what you gonna get.
Okay, I do have to say she didn't always say it. She said it once.
Mama always said life is like a bukkake.
We also were very concerned.
Like the person that was there said, come again?
All I heard was
You
bukkake.
guys, it's too much extra fluffer in this episode.
Okay, so as we were also saying too, though, like we were all extremely concerned that she was just so willing to take a ride and have a
Yes.
date while all these women are going missing in Brooklyn. Like, oh, women are just going missing in Brooklyn. It's
Well,
front page news.
These two men
Also,
are
want to
sniffing.
get in this van? We got some work to do.
Say it better. Do you want to get in this windowless van?
So it's either be captured by these two men who keep sniffing at her, or go with these two plumber guys that are like, we got a van.
I mean,
I
either
trust
way, she
no
knows she's
one
having
in
sex.
New-
She's like,
New
one
York.
of these
I
two is
don't.
the ones kidnapping people. I'm going to go. It's a 50-50 shot, heads or tails.
Bob Hoskins is charming as shit, dude.
Yeah, he
Well,
is.
she's like,
He
I'm not
is.
going with Fisher
He
Stevens
is.
and his weird, greasy, braided mullet. So,
Do you hear his neck every time he moves? I can't deal
Oh.
with that.
Oh, God.
but John Leguizamo does have a funny line here when he's walking Daisy home, because he's talking, just yammering out of his ass, and he goes, "Look, if this isn't going well, if you're not having a good time and you want to end it, I understand. And if you want to talk to anybody about it, you want to, get into a conversation about it, you can call me." It's pretty funny.
It's a great
That
fucking
is
line.
a great line. I'm going to use that. Okay.
But so they go to the dig site. It gets sabotaged by some Scapellis who are wearing they're wearing their like uniforms that say Scapelli on it. Because whenever you're gonna do espionage,
Oh,
always
yeah.
have the name of
Why
the
do you
people
And
you're
it's
working
extremely
for.
weird that the logo is like the back of someone's head and it looks like pussy hair. It's weird. I don't like it.
It does.
It's an
I
odd logo for a company.
I think the creature from Starship Troopers is coming at us. Nope,
Yeah,
Scapelli's
it's
walking
fucking
backwards.
strange. Don't
We're
like
Get
okay.
Neil Patrick Harris. He knows how to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, dude, Ocean's 11 all had name tags. Like, you want to make sure everyone knows who's who. Are you a Scapelli? All right, cool. It says it on your jumpsuit. You're definitely with me.
But so it gets sabotaged. That's why Mario comes down to help close these pipes or whatever.
Oh, because it's Johnny Legs goes, I know exactly what to do. Cut to Mario, they're flooding the basement.
Who is Scapelli?
Scapelli.
And Daisy gets kidnapped by Iggy and Spike, so they follow her into a hole or a magic wall that turns into Jello.
Jalo.
Oh, no. And this is where you're going to need the 4K edition.
You're going to want that 4K.
You're going to want that 4K edition for this scene alone.
Oh, God,
because
her
How many
face.
Ks can you get? 'Cause you
now,
need
let me
4 of them.
tell you,
At least 3.
Daisy popping out of that wall.
Ooh.
Oh, and then Mario tumbling through this hellscape.
After Daisy just showed that it was a struggle to be on the other side of that wall, and what you then find is an immediate drop into a digital hellscape.
Well, and Spawn came out 4 years after this movie,
And looks
this
worse.
looks, that hell in Spawn looks worse than this.
I
hell.
would agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Even
And
at
that was
the
what
time,
Spawn was
the hell,
known for.
even at the time, the hell in Spawn was just like, that's egregious at this day.
Yeah. So they end up in Dino Hatton, and it's funny because Mario's like, "What is this place? It can't be Manhattan." And Johnny Legs is like, "Well, I haven't been to Manhattan for a few weeks."
It must have been a rough couple of weeks.
It's good there's only one city here because you can't just dino everything, right?
Right.
Iguana Deanna.
Well, not every city in New York has the
Man.
man dino pun you
Yeah.
can flip around.
Fort
so.
Dinodale, Florida.
Flor de Lophosaurus. It's a long city.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
North Dinokota. Oh. But then we also meet King Koopa, who's played by Dennis Hopper, who we've mentioned multiple times. And you know what? Two of my favorite Dennis Hopper performances, not favorite movies, are in movies that he hates. This
and
movie
What else?
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Oh, yes.
Man.
He is off the fucking rails in that movie.
But you know what's funny? Like, he hates this and that. He's in so
He's
many
off the
more
rail in
things he
every
should
fucking
hate.
He's in
movie.
Space Truckers.
Does he? Dude, We've talked about it before, but I can't remember which zombie movie he was in. It's also got John Leguizamo, I think.
There's a zombie.
Was that
movie?
Day of the Dead?
Day of the Dead, where
Or
it's a futuristic
No,
city.
not Day of
Everyone-
the Dead.
all
I
the
would've seen
rich-
that.
Land of the Dead.
Land of the
Land
Dead.
of the
Dennis
Dead.
Hopper.
Yeah.
And he should fucking hate that.
He probably did.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Because
so.
that's not a great George Romero flick, but that's still fucking George Romero flick, you know? Like, so, like, but like, we made the Blue Velvet reference earlier. Like,
Yeah.
Blue Velvet, he is off the fucking rails, and that movie is amazing.
I walked in on
So-
Derrick watching that movie a couple weeks ago, and
Does it
I
make it
was,
sound like she walked in on me watching porn? Well, it's Blue Velvet.
And I
Well,
was
it's
like-
Blue Velvet.
Potato.
and I was at that scene where he was like, "Baby wants to fuck," and I was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" He's like, "David Lynch." I said, "I get it."
Wendy's in the back taking notes, like, God, Derrick's into some weird shit, but I'll do it for him. I do love him. If this is dirty talk, all right.
Baby was a fuck.
We're gonna need
Yeah.
counseling.
Dennis Hopper and Bob Hoskins have both left us. Dennis Hopper died in 2010,
Oh
and
wow.
Bob
Yeah.
Hoskins died in 2014.
Aw.
So
Rest
Yeah,
in
still a bunch
pictures,
of work
buddies.
ahead of him, I bet.
yeah, I think Dennis Hopper did his work, but Bob Hoskins. I mean, again, I don't know a lot of his stuff. It might have been a lot of foreign movies or just a lot of stage work.
I bet you he did a bunch of art house shit that we never saw.
It's just, I mean, especially like British stage and, and
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah,
like,
definitely.
like very much so well respected.
I mean,
He was a Shakespearean actor.
Dennis
very
Hopper
well
we'll see
respected
again on
actor.
this show. I think we may have seen him before too. Can't remember right now, but we'll see him again because I mean Texas Chainsaw 2, which I mentioned, Speed, Waterworld.
I was like, did we
Oh,
do
River's
Speed or
Edge.
did
Oh,
we just
yeah.
watch
Speed.
Speed?
We just watched Speed. We didn't talk
Water-
about it.
Dennis, Dennis Hopper is like, he's in these movies that people are like, bad movie, but you're like, I fucking love
He
these movies, and
gives
he's an
it-
amazing villain.
He
in
gives
almost
it his all.
all of it.
He
He's-
elevates Waterworld.
Yeah, he does.
Then you have Bob Hoskins, or like, but that's a guy that like, if you put anyone else in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that movie
Wouldn't
does
work.
not work.
They tried it
So-
with Brad Pitt and Cool World.
Yeah, but that was
Ooh.
also just a lot worse movie.
Hey,
Ralph Bakshi didn't give a shit.
I think
Become a
Brandon-
Patreon
I
and
think
that
hear
Brandon
what
movie
likes-
that
Derrick
you
has
guys
to
are
say
gonna
about
cover?
Cool World.
Because
Because I think
Cool
Brandon
World
likes
was-
that movie.
Coral's man,
You might think. When's the last time you watched it?
it's not good.
Okay, I was like,
Because
it's
recently,
a
and it's
movie to
not
watch,
good.
but it's not.
It's
good.
like stock cartoon
Nostalgia, though?
footage over like it's bad.
That's the big
It's just
difference.
Bad.
That's the difference between Cool World and Roger Rabbit. Mostly, I mean, besides the fact that Cool World is disgusting because it was made by Ralph Bakshi, but like, it's the animation in Roger Rabbit. They took time to be like, this is what it looks like in the world. Like, there's that scene where the light is above their head and it swings around and the shadows move on Roger's face and stuff. Whereas in Cool World, it was just like, I don't know, draw some shit.
Yeah, here's a guy.
Roger
here's a guy
Rabbit's
in
a work of
cartoon.
art.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I just watched it a week or two ago.
Yeah. Cool
Yeah.
World is not a work
It's
of
a
art.
work of fart.
I still will watch it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it'll be great
You're on
for
a bad
this.
movie podcast. Of course you'll fucking watch it. That or Cherry 2000.
I got the
I think I do need to give that another shot. It may have just been really grumpy that day.
All right.
I'll do it again.
I got the Shout Shout Select copy of Cool World because we were supposed to do an event with a local brewery, but then they closed before we got to do it
Oh, that's right.
because that was the movie he suggested. But so I have it. We'll just do that. But anyway, so there's Dennis Hopper and his sidekick Lena, who's played by a woman named Fiona Shaw. The only thing I really recognized of hers was Harry Potter. She plays the aunt.
Yeah.
She was in 3 Men and a Lady.
3 Minute Lady for sure. She is the
Teacher.
the head mum or something.
The,
She is
Uh,
also
boarding
part
school.
reptile, which made her perfect for this
She
film.
was definitely lizard.
I'm gonna give you two. She's in Andor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Like Magdala maybe.
Yeah.
And then she is a villain in a movie that I'm gonna give you guys a chance to watch, Undercover Blues.
Oh,
Dennis
I've
Quaid
seen that.
and
yeah.
speaking of Roger Rabbit, Kathleen Turner.
I never watched that one
Oh,
because
and Stanley Tucci with sleeveless shirts the whole time.
I never watched that one because I was like Undercover Blues, and I see the cover and it's them with a baby. But then I also
Sleeveless
found out
Tucci.
their last name is Blue in that, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I won't watch this,
You
but I
will-
will
you-
because
you
now I'm
should.
doing this.
You
so.
should. It's so fucking charming.
So Dennis Hopper's looking for this rock that Daisy had around her neck, the one that she
gotta
got
get
when
that
she
rock.
was abandoned.
I never take it off.
And he finds out that plumbers took it, so he sends out what they already have in this world, which is a plumber alert. So apparently plumbers are frowned upon in Dino Hatton.
Because I'm betting you the plumbers did something to like accidentally seal off the fucking portal. And that's why he hates them.
All I'm saying is these dinosaurs shitting in pipes has got to be causing issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they have no air now. It's methane.
Well, also, we see that they're surrounded, but the rest of the earth is desert. They're just dumping bags of shit just outside of the city.
Yeah,
they're
going to
rename it
like
New Jersey.
Streets. He said it's like blocks, and the rest of the world is a desert.
Yeah.
This is Dino Hatton. That's just New Jersey.
I don't
Staten
understand
Island.
why he didn't expand. Like,
Resources.
Yeah, they're out of resources, dude.
use the desert.
He's got a highway that's going to the desert.
Like he was trying to expand, the fungus just took over.
That's right.
But
Fungus among
I
us.
believe the slogan in the 90s was "Life is a highway," and I'm going to ride it all night long.
I believe I have a shirt with that saying, yes.
this is where they get stuck up by that old lady.
If you're going my way.
I want to ride you all night long. No, that's not the lyric.
Yeah, it is.
It probably might be.
They get stuck up by an old lady who's like, you guys, you shouldn't be in this neighborhood without
Do you
a weapon.
have a weapon?
You don't have one, do you?
Koopa coins. You got them. I want them. Hand them over.
We just told you we're from Brooklyn. We don't have Koopa coins.
Still think this might have been a dummy.
No, it's not.
You can see them moving their articulated
Yeah, they're
joints.
definitely.
It's great,
Does
dude.
not
She
mean
gets
dummies
fucking-
did not have articulated joints in the 90s.
They didn't.
They
You
did.
can
I've
see
I
watched
had
the
it.
G.I.
person.
Joes that were built in the 90s, and let me tell you, articulated
Those
joints.
G.I. Joes had a higher budget.
Yeah, they did.
And we're telling you, Derek and I both closely watched this person because I was like, I want to know if it's a dummy.
This is
no.
the sixth
No?
time I've seen this movie in the last 2 years.
This is the fourth time he's seen this movie in the last 6 months.
Damn, that's a better stat.
It's a dummy, or it's blatantly a man who is much bigger than the old woman who's
Exactly.
it's a
portraying,
man.
Yes, it's a
but
man.
It is definitely
man,
not an old
baby.
woman.
Oh, it's not
I
that
was
old woman.
shocked to learn that you don't just drop old women off of things in movies.
You
I
don't?
found this out during this filming that
Yeah, who says you don't?
I found this out when I tried to be a director, and we got shut down. That's a story for another
why
day.
else would I want to direct movies if I can't push old women off of fucking tall things?
What's this all been
Not
for?
fair.
But this is also when we meet Bertha, who's played by a
Mom.
lady named Francesca Roberts,
Big Bertha.
who was
What
in
did they
I
call
like
it?
her.
Corpulent?
Corpulent.
Corpulent.
Was she very corpulent? No, she was
she's
just real
round.
round.
Mow.
Wow.
Mow.
She could get it. I like her.
Oh,
she's,
yeah.
she's the one who throws the old lady off the causeway here and steals the rock and jumps away in her magic rocket boots.
She grabs her by her pussy and launches her.
But she don't just steal this rock because she like knows something about it.
No, she
She's
just
just like,
likes it.
bitch, I like this rock.
It's a nice crystal. It's a magic
Also,
crystal.
come and get me.
She was trying to lose some weight, so she got the magic crystal.
Well, no, she's not trying to lose. I think she's flirting with Mario.
Excuse me, we find out later. She horny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just making a joke about meth.
Oh,
Not a
man.
joke about her.
Ooh, man.
And then we see Mojo Nixon, who we also already
Yeah.
mentioned, who also has passed away. So that's
Yes.
another member of this
We're
cast.
in this great big stupa, all because of the evil King Koopa. All right, that's it. Off to jail.
Which it's the most Mojo Nixon fucking song thing that you've ever heard. Like you're like, oh, you wrote this shit.
He
probably
he
did.
wrote some song about how Don Henley sucks.
Yes.
And
'Cause he
then
does.
Don Henley performed that song with him live.
I believe so.
And there was a quote from Mojo Nixon. I don't have the exact quote, but he was basically like, dude, that guy has the biggest balls of anybody I've ever met because he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Mojo Nixon had a
That is a stunner move, dude.
he had a booze cruise. And you would go and take this booze cruise with Mojo Nixon, and that's where he died. He fucking had a heart attack and died on his booze cruise.
Lived the way he wanted, died the way he felt.
he's like, everybody kept telling me live fast, die young. This is bullshit. It's 2024. Because he just died this year.
Aw.
Oh wow, that
February.
reason.
And then he chose to live his rest of his life as a Koopa.
He didn't get to hear our
Or
podcast
Goomba.
about how much we love him?
Nope.
Rude.
He
Well,
wasn't
but hey,
listening.
good news. We didn't kill him. So.
No, we didn't. Maybe we did. We just didn't
No,
broadcast.
just alcohol.
Oh,
No, but
talking to 3 bartenders, maybe we did kill him.
He does have a particular haircut in this movie.
And I was
It's a-
wondering about
it's-
this haircut.
Yeah.
Go ahead. But I
It's
have
a
a question about
It's
it.
a spiral, so when he does get de-evolved, his character has a spiral on his head.
It's shaved into a spiral, but he also has like weird, like propped up bangs in the front.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if that was like something that was in the script, or if he just showed up and they were like, "We'll work with it."
I think that's how he showed
Ooh,
up.
That could easily just be like, okay.
I actually thought
no
it might like.
I like it.
I thought because he's Toad. He is labeled as Toad in the movie.
Yes.
So he's supposed to be your representation of
He
Toad.
has that tuft of hair,
I
so you know he's
thought
funky.
that haircut was supposed to somewhat symbolize like Toad's mushroom cap.
Sure.
Yeah.
I also think to Whitney's point, it's just to set him apart because as soon as you see him, they also put the harmonica just so we know it's you.
Oh, when he's a Goomba.
But just
yeah.
in case, like it sets him apart. It's like, oh, Spiral Toad. That's
Yeah. I mean, because like the notes they were given, they were deciding on for this was instead of being like a video gamey kind of thing, they wanted it to be like Blade Runner-y. So maybe they just told Mojo Nixon that, and he's like, "Gotcha."
Say no more.
And he showed up, and they're like, "I didn't see that haircut in Blade Runner, dude, but Ridley Scott's not here, so let's do this."
It's this or nothing. No, it's that then.
So Mario and Luigi get arrested and taken to jail, where they meet this police sergeant who's played by a character actor we've seen 1,000 times because he's a Christopher Guest guy named Don Lake.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only funny part of Space Force. Well, John Malkovich as well.
Yeah,
I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, sorry. John Malkovich is always fucking amazing in whatever he does.
especially when he's a Russian
Oh.
card player.
I can splash the pot whenever the hell I want. Teddy KGB. This is the only way I'm getting massaged, by the way, from now on. Just sitting at a desk
a
with a woman
spike
digging her
in your
heels
fucking-
into me. Woo.
This was the point that I think that I remembered my mother being like, "What the fuck is this movie?" Like when I saw
Those
it
are
as a
things that the
kid,
kids
'cause,
aren't
like,
really
that
gonna
was
notice.
like during that like scene, like we immediately made the comment, and I was like, "Yeah, I kind of think I remember my mom being like, what the fuck
this
is
does-
going on?"
This does help partly explain my foot fetish.
It's something that the kids weren't actively noticing. They were noticing it, but they didn't know.
They didn't know. They were like, oh, she's got his foot up there.
But our
okay.
parents were like, "Yo."
Well, there's so much going on too. Like this is the first time I noticed the foot massage.
Oh, dude, my dad leaned over and said, "You should see what she could do with the ping pong ball."
But
I'm just
because
kidding. He wasn't there at that point. He was already
the
gone.
background of this
Jack
movie.
didn't have a dad.
I was hatched in a church, you idiots.
Oh my God, did you
That
get it?
explains the Catholicism.
Pass that whiskey. By the way, I was abandoned. Uh-oh. Here comes a trauma dump.
But
Be here next week when we talk about how I hate my mom.
Dude, we don't have that long of a podcast.
But so Dennis Hopper shows up pretending to be their lawyer of Lazard, Dactyl, and Cohen.
It's a solid joke for the parents.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's funny because they're talking shit about. Well,
Koopa.
Mario is just saying first. He's like,
Where's
"We need
that
to talk to this
clown?"
fucking goofball Koopa, whatever."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, he's a slimy, evil son of a snake or whatever he says."
Egg-sucking son of a snake.
Yeah. And then we find out this is
A
Koopa. He's like, "But you just
sneaky
said you were an
snake."
evil, egg-sucking son of a snake." Did I lie?
Yeah.
Never said I was a liar.
Every now and then, Hopper is just elongating that S.
Yeah.
Like, not super
Well, and
annoying,
more coming
but-
up shortly here because we see this is where Mojo Nixon gets de-evolved into a Goomba.
Uh-huh.
Because he likes him dumb and loyal.
Yeah, just like the people
Like-
who lead us now.
Just like Jerry Seinfeld dating a girl.
I see no similarities. Go on.
We have unlimited resources. Moving along, dude.
I don't remember seeing an article a couple years ago about how police departments were rejecting people who did their test and tested too high in the IQ, right?
No.
I didn't see that. Okay.
No.
Just making sure.
No.
All right.
That never happened.
Fake news. We like the best troopers for the Koopas.
Lock that in a Disney vault and move on.
they shoved Mario and Luigi shoved Dennis Hopper into the de-evolution chair.
Yeah.
And he gets de-evolved for a second. You see like his eye go all dinosaur-y.
Lizardy.
And after this, he gets real more into the S's and acting a little bit more evil. I think it's because he's one step closer to Tyrannosaurus
He's
Rex,
one
king
step
of the
closer
lizards.
to the edge, and he's about to break.
Yes.
Everything you say to me. I was going to leave it to the imagination.
I find this to be a stupid point of the plot. I don't like this
What do you
part.
mean?
I think there's something missing here.
I
I
just don't
think
like
Yeah.
it.
because we did notice that there was a pile of gloop that looks kind of like baby shit all over the floor.
Mhm.
and an empty
suit.
on the chair.
Yeah, so there's something we're missing here, which I think maybe explains like because all they saw in the movie we watched was the de-evolution thing turning you into a monster. Why would they want
Yes.
to turn Dennis Hopper into a bigger monster? I think they saw something else in a cut
I
scene.
think it's because they didn't use the control board perfectly. They physically ran the chair back and lifted it up. So it only lasted X amount of time. They wanted to de-evolve him to Gloop,
okay,
Right.
but it just didn't. The safety latches didn't catch.
This is the one scene where I like, even in like a movie where you're like, oh, it's whatever.
Do you know what
just
it is?
Don't
though?
really understand what like. This was definitely 10 writers trying to make this scene work.
I think
Yeah.
somebody was proud of these special effects. They're like, dude, we can twist his face to make one eye bulge. Like, this is groundbreaking. It's not.
Because he then goes to see Daisy because she's locked up, and then he's like, every girl remembers her first kiss with a lizard,
Oh,
and
we're
then
gonna go
he
there.
gets all
You know what they
lizard
say.
face. Yeah, you know what they say.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they say?
And
I
any
told
girl
you
that
this.
was with Harvey Weinstein can tell you that is true.
Oh,
That is true.
way to quantify it.
But the Marios here escape from prison. The cops and the Goombas are all using these guns that are just like flamethrower guns. So I'm assuming it's supposed to be like the fireball.
That's all I thought of too. Is in the castle where you just get a fireball off screen coming at you.
Yeah.
The fire spinning sticks. All
So
that.
that's what's
Otherwise,
really going
stupidest
on.
weapon in the fucking world.
well, yeah.
I do want to mention here because we've talked about them on many other episodes. This movie is all the creature sounds. So the Goombas, the dinosaurs, etc., are done by Mr. Frank Welker, who is the busiest working voice actor on the planet Earth.
Yeah. Do you know the name Frank Welker, Brandon?
I know the name.
So when you're bored, look up the credits for Frank Welker, and it's gonna be what, like,
I've got a game for everybody to play because you guys won't remember from last time.
I definitely won't.
I want everybody here to guess how many acting roles, Frank Welker has on his IMDb.
I'm gonna let him go first.
I'm going to say 1,500.
872.
Ooh, I want to say 876. So I'll undershoot with 600.
Whitney's the closest, 895.
Damn.
He's done things like he's voiced what's his name, Freddy or whatever, Fred from the Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah.
Since the beginning, and then in the early 2000s, he took over as Scooby-Doo also.
He did, if I'm not wrong, Dr. Claw and
No
Inspector Gadget.
Okay, now it's all clicking in
And
now.
from an
Dr.
article I was
Gadget.
reading through real quick, he also did Shao Kahn and Reptile in Mortal Kombat, and he
Uh-huh.
did the sounds of the whales in Free Willy 2.
My, how the mighty have fallen. Free Willy 1 was a masterpiece. Just kidding. It was not. Yeah, Frank Welker, just look it up and have fun deciphering what you know. I just found out doing one of these episodes that he did Abu or Apu in Aladdin
Yeah, we found out because he
Wow.
was doing the voice of a monkey
in George of the Jungle.
in George of the Jungle. That's what it was.
It was Tukey.
You can accomplish anything.
So
Kids, go
I have-
make whale and monkey noises into like, go do those things. Like,
This dude lives in a diamond castle off
Oh,
of going
yeah.
like, meow.
Dude, he
Yeah.
wipes his ass with gold bars.
Meow.
when your parents tell you
We
you're
should all be
weird,
rich.
tell your parents
Fall into it.
fuck off and go make your monkey cat noises.
I think at this
And
point we're all
make
officially
Your
voice
Diamond
actors.
Castle
right?
money.
I mean, I got yelled at so much for fucking making noises in school. I should have just told them all to go suck eggs.
Meow.
Wow.
Meow.
But there's a car chase here, which is pretty exciting. Mostly
Yeah, it's a fun.
They have these,
scene.
like-
It's well shot.
like steampunk Blade Runner esque like police cars.
This
Battering
is where
ram.
we realized
It's
that
the
they're
set
running
from
off a grid.
RoboCop
Uh-huh.
with just some fungus.
That's just Detroit, dude. That's just
Uh,
Detroit.
it was filmed on scene in Detroit. We do know that.
These cops weren't paid actors.
No.
They were just trying to beat people up. Like, film this.
With their studded police vests.
The bedazzled jacket.
Yes. But
The day that we're recording this,
Police.
the day that we're recording this is the 37th anniversary of RoboCop coming out.
Oh wow.
that's fun.
oh,
I know you've said this before, but I gotta watch RoboCop.
I put it in as the next movie. I was like, I'm doing it
Fuck
this
yeah,
time.
all right.
RoboCop is one of the great. I saw the game.
Oh, 0 days since.
I saw saw the game and I freaked out. I was like, oh God.
Oh, that's not a game. That's the movie.
That's the movie?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
my
man.
boy's got collector's boxes on collector's boxes.
That
Yeah.
But so they do this car chase. They go through this tunnel that
That tunnel just sneezes us out like a booger.
but as soon as they get into it, the GPS is like, this tunnel's not finished.
Yeah.
Shutting
shit.
down.
But yeah, they fly out of the tunnel. The fungus saves them from crashing.
Bob doesn't believe it.
Nope.
And
He's like,
Johnny
it was my
Legs-
driving that saved us.
Yeah, your driving just got you fucked.
This giant booger saved us.
And now they're out in the Kupahari Desert, which is what I noticed on the sign.
Have they gotten evolved yet?
Yes.
No, Iggy and Spike have not gotten evolved.
Oh, this
yet.
is the point where they get
Because
evolved right
This
here.
is where we see the prison of Tomei's.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
So, and it's going to be bada bing, bada boom, bada bomb.
Ba-bam.
Yeah, you've got a
Ba-ba-bam.
room full of different Tomeis, dude.
We have,
Yeah.
okay, so let's clock them. We
We've got
It's like
workout
Barbie.
Tomei.
We got smoking Tomei, lawyer Tomei, Queen's Tomei.
But I'm okay.
That one smoking Tomei you mentioned. This woman has a lit cigarette in every scene that she's in, including the luge scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is how you understand that this is a 90s movie.
She's
But
trying to
if you
stay
don't have
warm.
this scene, it's a movie from any era.
She
you
is
don't know.
trying to stay warm. She's got all her girls around her. Everybody's like warming
No,
their
Using
this
a
hands.
chick's-
cigarette.
This chick's using cigarettes as a diet.
Yeah.
4 to
that too.
5 doctors recommend it. Benson and Hedges.
But then she gets
Hand me
Daisy
a
gets-
GPC.
Fuck
Stands for-
Virginia Slims.
Stands for Good People Cigarettes. That's what my dad told me.
She gets Daisy gets summoned to Koopa, and then this is where Iggy and Spike get evolved because they're too stupid, and he needs them to be smarter so they can catch these plumbers.
So we
Doesn't
figured,
help.
We figured this out. I think we theorized the
Spoiler.
last watch. They were loyal to the king, and when Koopa overthrew, he de-evolved them to where they are now.
Well, because immediately once he de-evolves them,
Once he
or
re-evolves,
once he re-evolves them, they start talking about how he is a
fascist.
fascist.
a
I mean, the
dictator.
first line is "our not so benevolent dictator."
Yes.
I love this guy Spike that's playing Spike. Richard Edson, I think said his name was.
Yeah.
He's like not in a lot of stuff, but he's putting in a performance in this. His like,
Yes, he
even when
is.
he's dumb, he's got that same like cadence of his delivery.
He
He's like,
cut his hair in the same stupid fucking style as the character he's supposed to play.
Luckily enough, he just had
or
that.
as one of the Koopa kids, and it's not a good it's not.
It was the
flattering.
90s. Not everybody could pull it off where you have just your.
It's called the
not
wedge.
a mohawk.
It's a high
We're talking
wedge.
about the
Yeah.
last guy who would not cut his hair and tucked it into a vagina shape, and then he
Priorities.
cut it. This guy was like, "Well, fuck it, I'm not getting laid for months," and like.
after this, he just shaved it.
I just met a guy that's got vagina hair, so I don't need to date ever again. I'm good, dude. No
Fucking his
effort
head.
needed. I just gotta wait for him to fall asleep.
Scarpelli!
Scarpelli.
Scarpelli!
That's his money shot. Scarpelli. 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 Wow.
Daisy is in her like prison.
That's my old face.
room here,
Ow.
and she's sitting on these spiked pillows.
Dude, these
that-
pillows don't make
I
any
want
sense
them.
unless you're looking for a butt plug.
I want them.
Like I said.
I want them.
All the men in the room were like, these pillows look uncomfortable. Whitney, I want those pillows.
Yep. I want them.
Can you set the room to vibrate?
Is this a coin operated?
Do you have change for a 5?
Just use the whole 5.
Every pillow in that movie.
Let
is
me know when
coin.
this runs out, sweetheart.
But we do meet Yoshi, kind of.
Yeah, we meet Yoshi.
I mean, he's a little more Yoshi-esque than I remembered. Like when I first saw this again a couple years ago.
I mean, look, he's not talking. He doesn't have a saddle. He does have the long
Yoshi
leg.
doesn't talk?
Yeah, Yoshi.
That's what I'm
just-
saying. It's he,
Okay.
like good and bad. Sorry.
Okay.
He's not talking, so that's good. He doesn't have a saddle. That's bad. He's not big enough to ride. That's bad. But he does do the tongue.
He's still a babby, though.
He's, you know what? He hasn't aged up enough.
And he's
He
got the
also-
shape of a Yoshi.
Yeah.
World's longest leash.
No,
he
broke
breaks
the,
it off.
He broke the chains.
Yeah, it would be great though. He breaks it off when the actual reptile lady tries to stab
Stab him.
Daisy. Yoshi's just like, hey, I ain't having this. I'm gonna break these chains.
That's a song.
But we go back to the desert, and that's where Mario and Luigi capture Spike and Iggy, and they're interrogating them. And basically, this is when they're like, "Dude, we're on your side.
Yeah.
We like the king. We want to help you. We're going to go help you find this corpulent woman.
No, I'd say that. She's well-rounded.
That's the bouncer of the boom boom room.
Woo.
And so they go to this dance club, the Boom Boom Bar. Mario and Luigi are wearing Iggy and Spike's ex-wives' suits?
Yep.
Yeah.
Question mark?
But like I remember, like Bob Hoskins, like they're kind of feminine. Like they're not really. They have shoulder pads.
It's yellow and
Pink.
pinkish red.
No,
yeah,
they're
more
pretty
red
bad
than
suits.
pink. Oh, they're terrible suits. It's fucking Ronald McDonald's bodyguards.
None of it makes any sense.
This one's
Somebody-
ketchup
somebody
and this one's
watched-
mustard.
Oh, no, wait. Dumb and Dumber was after this. So somebody who wrote Dumb and Dumber watched this and was like, those suits are great.
I believe that is a soft orange cream and a baby blue.
It is, but, you know, it was harder to find a yellow suit in
Check out those
1995. But
Hong
Mario ends up hitting on Bertha to get the stone. He goes up to hit
Dude,
on her.
she socks him in
and
the
she-
fucking mouth.
Right in the fucking mouth. And he's like, can you hit me again? The way your hands crunched against my face just really got me going or some
And
shit.
she just shoves his face in his bosom and dances.
Damn.
And then it's immediately a slow song.
Yeah. The DJ read the room.
Yeah, he did.
He
And
saw
then
this and he's like, oh yeah, I'm getting her laid tonight.
I mean, we have a DJ sitting with us. You know how to read a room, right?
You do read the room, and I could tell you how I know that DJ was a great DJ and did read that room. Because the moment they started dancing, slow song.
yeah,
The moment Mario stole that rock,
everybody walks a dinosaur.
everybody walked that dinosaur.
Try to help him. He's like, 'cause
He
the DJ
opened the door and got them all on the floor to walk the dinosaur. Like it was over.
Yeah, the DJ was like, I'm going to help Bertha get laid. And then he saw Mario fleeing in fear. And he's like, oh, no, that guy doesn't like it. You know what? I'm going to help him with cover.
He's going to get killed right now.
And I personally asked the DJ, if there's ever like trouble on the dance floor or like my go-to song is
Walk the dinosaur.
Walk the Dinosaur.
As it should be.
It
You
is.
got locked and loaded just in case of trouble.
Well, it's a good thing I've never seen Trouble because I've seen you play it quite a few times. You play a lot of songs. And I don't
Uh-oh,
really
there's a
like,
bar
but
fight. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
That's a great bar fight song. So he takes the necklace. And I felt really bad for Bertha because she looks around with this heartbroken look. And
I
She looks
know.
for the necklace, but she just looks crushed. She's like,
It's-
I was going to make that little tiny man my bitch.
She
Aw.
ghosted. He ghosted the fuck out of her.
I was going to shove him inside of my vagina.
Oh.
And then, meow.
Yeah.
That's how you get to another dimension.
He would have fit twice.
Because if you don't know, Bob Hoskins is a tiny man. I mean,
He's
Yeah.
only
he's
5'5", we
stout,
learned that.
But he's
Pretty
short.
sure he's just afraid of heights, dude.
Then we see the Fungus King here. It's Dennis Hopper's parlor scene for the movie. He's talking to this ball sack that's hanging from the ceiling covered in jizz.
It's as soon as he opens the door, it goes whoop like a cold night.
And he's basically telling us what happened. He's telling us the story of what happened up to this point.
Remember when I took over your fucking kingdom?
I took over your kingdom, man. I don't know. This is Dennis
You
Hopper.
look like shit.
I can
Mucus
kinda-
man.
I can kind of do him from Waterworld. He can come collect what's rest of you in a goddamn jar.
I had it earlier and I can't get to it now. I can't feel it in my mouth. I
Oh,
can't
don't
feel
ask
Dennis
me.
Hopper in my mouth.
Wow.
Dennis Hopper has left my mouth building.
Mow.
Oh. I need to get
Dennis
into
Hopper
character.
would be so
Mow.
disappointed that you could not feel him in your mouth at this point in time.
No, it was earlier and then he finished.
He would just
Oh,
want
well.
you to remember it forever.
I always think of like it's the classic like Easy Rider era Dennis Hopper. That's my thought on him. Or even in Speed, he's kind of doing the same thing where he's like, he's got that like stoner guy voice, you know, the old druggy voice, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, you have to keep it above 55, man.
I mean, because it comes from Easy Rider and
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now. So, yeah, it's that very bandana over the head.
But he
Yeah.
has that emphasis on like certain people say certain words,
Oh, yeah,
like-
Tom Berenger says
and
fuck
he
better than
has that
anybody.
emphasis on God damn, like he has that like emphasis.
this
Yeah, he does.
goddamn place.
God damn, like he owns God damn. He
Yeah, that's
owns
his.
it.
That's his.
It's his.
So Mario and Luigi are trying to escape whatever. Oh, they end up changing here. They go into the plumber, the basement. And they see all these pipes, and they're like, "This is a plumber's nightmare." Whatever. They turn all the air conditioning on.
Off.
They
Yeah,
turn the
they
heating
turn
off.
the heater off.
Yeah, and then we all assumed like, oh, this is gonna freeze and it's gonna make the
As it
dinosaurs
would.
slower as science works.
Right.
But it just
affects them in
the
no way
mammals.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
no way.
All
I
it
guess
does
you
is
couldn't really
harden-
tell. These things are already lumbering and slow. They can't get much slower unless
All
they
it-
stop.
All it did was harden Marissa Tomei's nips across the room. Oh,
No
I
one
You know
can
what?
complain.
All right, I'm
Keep
back
timing.
in. I'm back in.
I could cut glass over here. That's how we escape. Help me with this Brora.
Oh my god, can we talk about this escape room? Oh, we're not there yet. Never mind.
Well, in the basement, they get their iconic jumpers or whatever they are.
And they
the
do
They're
the
like work suits.
glug 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 glug
But
glug.
they're called thwomp boots, which make no sense because thwomp is a giant fucking rock with a face.
Well, you can crush things.
It falls.
I know, but to his point, in I think it was Super Mario, you had that boot that you could get inside of.
Yeah.
There was
I'm
a
sorry,
boot that you
what?
could, yeah, there was a boot that's the only way you could walk on the little
Yeah, there
piranha
was a
plants.
Goomba that hopped around in a boot, and then
Uh-huh.
you jumped on the Goomba, and you could get in the boot, and then use the boot to jump across spikes and Goombas and shit.
and piranha
You know,
plants.
Like-
logic.
Okay.
Because 3 had all these like complex fucking levels that you use different tools in each level to
It
Do we
get
have
was
that on our
three. It
Switch?
was 3 because I had the Tanuki suit and all
Probably.
I
that.
might have to start playing it.
Yeah.
But so they're trying to escape. They go into the elevator, which is a good idea,
Uh-huh.
while the alarms are going off. And the Goombas start filtering into the elevator, and John Leguizamo has the brilliant idea to distract the Goombas by making them dance to the elevator music. I guess it works.
It's a slow song. It's everybody walks a dinosaur.
I have seen a large group of stupid people, and you can play
You
He's a
really
DJ.
can
a
just
He's a
stupid
DJ.
song, and they'll just go right along with it. So this is there's truth. To
If you
this.
don't think so, go to a fucking unhappy hour and request fucking
Lee
500
Greenwood
miles.
has an entire goddamn career based off of God Bless the USA. So I'm just going to put it out there.
If this movie was made now, it would be that to the left, to the left, to the right.
It
to the
would be that
right,
song.
to the fr- you know.
That gets
Well, I like the Tootsie Roll. Okay, that's Tootsie Roll. But it would be
Cotton
like
no,
candy
not-
sweet as
Yeah, that
gold.
is the
Not,
Tootsie Roll.
no, that's not. No,
No,
that's
to the left.
Sweet, cotton candy, sweet as whatever.
Let me
cotton
see that
candy,
Tootsie-
sweet and
That's
low.
not what
Let
I'm
me
talking
see
about.
that Tootsie
I'm talking
Roll.
about the one where everybody gets in a fucking
The
group
Casper
and does
slide?
like a
Oh,
line dance.
You're talking
The
about like
Casper
cha-cha
slide.
slide.
Cupid
Cha-cha
Shuffle.
slide.
Cupid Shuffle or
Cha-cha
Cha-cha
slide.
slide.
Now, I'm with Derrick on
And then- but at
cha-cha
the end,
slide.
they
It's
all
a
go-
cancer.
One clap now, y'all.
Cha-cha slide's a
Fuck
cancer.
that. Yeah, it
I
is.
fucking hate cha-cha slide. Or Cupid Shuffle. Cupid Shuffle's another one. I can't stand that shit.
Because we
Can't-
worked at a crab shack.
Yeah, I hate them.
Talk about tie-dyeing inside.
But so Lena tries to kill Yoshi and all this stuff. That's when Daisy escapes. They end up meeting back in the fungus room. Daisy has found
Her
the
fungus.
fungus.
A little bit
and
more
she found out it was
exposition
dad.
from her.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here, just in case you didn't catch it, split dimensions.
This is my
And-
father.
Yeah,
Yes, they do
John
cover this
Leguizamo
again.
tries to shake its hand,
There's
but like
a
you're just
s-
rubbing its balls.
Did you just finger my
No,
dad?
there's something sticking out of it. Like something protrudes out, and so he shakes it.
Yeah, it's gross either way.
Don't.
I don't know
touch
what it
My
is.
dad's ball sack, no matter what sticks out of it.
It
This
could
is
have been
where-
a dick. It could have been a
This
dick.
is where Daisy
We say hello with our mouth in this world.
Hello.
Culture. Cultures.
Daisy tells Mario that Daniela has been kidnapped and she's there, and his first response is, Daniela, I was supposed to take her to WrestleMania.
This got
What?
a good tickle out of me, dude. It's like 'cause she's a smoke show, right? And a kind of classy broad to a degree.
Well,
You're gonna
yeah,
take me to
classy.
Wrestle fucking Mania.
Also, this was like early 90s WrestleManias. This could have been a good or bad
You
one.
had the Undertaker there.
Who's yeah? Give me
Undertaker is definitely fucking there.
Somebody called the
Undertaker's still
Undertaker's mother. He's dead.
But I feel like
Here
around
comes
this
Mick
time,
Foley with the steel chair. But so Mario sneaks in to try to free the girls, and he sees Daniela sees him, and he's like, "Be quiet," and she's like, "Cool, be quiet, got it."
Talk about your black
Goes-
ops plumber.
Goes and tells Queen's Tomei. She's like, "My boyfriend Mario's up there." And
Hey,
she looks up-
Mario! Mario! Look at him up there, slithered around like Die Hard even. Ho, ho, ho. Now he's got a machine gun.
you can take the loud bitch out of the hood, but you can never take the hood out of the loud bitch.
Oh,
You're
God.
correct.
Can't do it.
It's like, just simmer down for
Fucking
1
popping
minute,
off.
lady.
Like, fuck.
So then they do this luge level that Nintendo stole for Super Mario 64, where they go through these frozen ice tunnels, but they're being pursued
Lay
by
down!
Goombas. Yeah, the Goombas are going faster
There's
because
no
they're
way
heavier.
they could have caught up.
No, they're heavier, dude.
Eh.
I'm assuming that's the logic, as insofar as logic exists in this universe.
Even though, as we know, their bones are mostly hollow, much like the birds.
This chase,
much like the Earth.
this chase was
Stop
where I
it.
took my periodic 1-minute weed naps because it goes on for way too fucking long.
I've heard of a disco nap, but a reggae nap.
Oh
I like
no,
that.
I just
Again, like the other thing that he wasn't happy about, somebody's proud of this. You know, I'm not saying it should be this long, but that's why they do it. They're like, look at this. We built this little set. We got a mattress,
Well,
bunch of tomays going down it.
it's just like
Feel the
fucking, like,
rhythm, feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time. Cool running.
it's not a '90s movie unless there's an extreme sport involved. So
there you go.
we've thrown that in there. And
All right, did
now
you
we
want
got
this or fucking rollerblades?
And someone has
Those boots are kind of like rollerblades.
overestimated the fact that, you know what? It's going to be a kid's movie, right? So we're going to put in like mattress snowboarding.
Well, and I don't know if
and
this.
we're going to put it in there for way too goddamn long.
I don't know if
And
this was a Disney. Oh, it was Hollywood Pictures, so it was Disney. I was like, I know it's Disney now. I didn't know if they had bought somebody. Hollywood Pictures was Disney, so maybe it was supposed to be a ride if this movie was successful. This is a ride at
That's
Disneyland.
not a terrible idea.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
You know, you
But
go
then,
you
like-
go through the luge on your little.
Hey, now they have Super Mario Brothers World and Universal Studios.
I know. I want to.
now I'm upset that I
too.
cannot go to Disneyland
Podcast
and
road
go
trip.
on a ride where I ride an ice luge mattress with a bunch of
dirty
Brooklyn
mattress.
hookers.
There's always somebody smoking a cigarette right behind you,
where
dude.
someone is always
just like Disneyland.
Just like Disneyland.
But one of the dumber parts of the movie, it's like you're watching this somewhat exciting, stupid movie, and then they launch out of this tunnel, and this mattress just flies over all this stuff. Like this is like it's like someone watched or played Super Mario 2, and they were like, "Oh, it's like the flying carpets."
Yeah. Oh, is that what it's supposed to be?
I must be because this
Maybe.
thing flies across Dino Hatton.
Uh huh.
Like Mario is like, "Come with me, bros. I'm going to show
Oh,
you a
dude.
whole new world."
It's actually called Main Street.
Ugh.
I liked your joke better.
a whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
we gotta get to Woik.
Someone's got to do Jasmine's part as Marissa Tomei.
Wait, Jasmine's part? I was going to make her the genie. You ain't never had a friend like me. Can your friend do this? Does your friend always smoke?
Phenomenal cosmic power,
Itty bitty living space.
just like back home.
Talk
Fucking
about
apartments.
overpriced rent.
I mean, I reels.
But so Mario launches this rocket boot at Koopa and knocks him into this container that's hanging above the road for some
Using a
reason.
bullet bill, which why would a goddamn boot shoot a bullet bill? But
No,
whatever.
that's how they rocket. You put the bullet bill in, and that's like the fuel for your rocket.
It's
jump.
your cartridge. They should have fucking had like a Game Boy cartridge.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
That would make so much more sense because I don't
That's
think we've
not
talked-
very much like the game, sir.
I don't know if we've talked about it or it hasn't come up yet, but there's so much placement for the what's the super scope and the
Yeah,
fucking
that's coming up
Oh,
right.
the
That's
gun
right
that
now.
you can
Oh yeah,
shoot.
this fucking part of the movie.
Because
This shit.
those are the de-evolution guns. They're just the Super Scope 6 from Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Which I was one of like the only people on the planet who I think owned one.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't me.
There was like that
And it-
one game that had all the, like where you shot at the fucking giant robots.
Yeah, it was the
that
only
game was cool as fuck.
The only game I know of that used the Super Scope was the Super Scope game, and it had a bunch of mini games in it where you shot like rockets out of the air, you shot robots, like there's different levels where you're just shooting stuff with a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
It's terrorist training.
Well, good thing we moved away from that. They're not using Xbox and PlayStation remotes for drones.
Well, I mean, to be
They
fair,
are.
like to me, like I was one of those people that thought the Super Scope made sense because like I played the original NES and like that goddamn gun. Like I used to play Hogan's Alley,
I didn't
like
play
and
any of
duck
it.
hunting shit as a kid. I played that shit
I did
Oh,
play
yeah.
Duck Hunt.
constantly.
Yeah, and that was fun, and Super Scope used the exact same technology. It was white flashes on the screen,
Yeah.
and it read your thing somehow. That makes me wonder if you could use the same trick you used on Duck Hunt, where you could just point it at a really bright light and click it, and it would hit everything.
I didn't know about that trick. I didn't need to cheat.
Well,
Well, I found out about it later.
Oh.
I never got to test it out. But this cauldron doodad that he falls into and then falls into again in a few minutes, I think this might be a video game reference because the final boss battle against Bowser in Super Mario World is him in that big clown face helicopter ball
Yeah,
And it's
the one that
it's
dips,
become like iconic almost.
the one
Yeah.
that dips down. You got to jump on top of. Yeah.
So that's got to be. I mean, and that's might just be me doing work that Rocky and Annabelle didn't do. But
sure.
I think it was too early
do we
for
see
that,
it or do we
but-
want to see it?
yeah, I think we just want to see it.
What were you saying?
I think it was too early for that. But
Well,
that's-
Super
that's
Mario
it.
World had already come out. That's why he added the dinosaurs, because he's like, they got dinosaurs. That makes sense.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah. Oh, no, we did talk about that. You're
Yeah.
right.
So maybe it's we want to see it. Maybe it's there.
So the fungus has given
Maybe it's Maybelline.
the fungus has given Mario a bomb at some point here.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, it's Mario facing off with Koopa. He pulls out the bomb, and everybody around him flips the fuck out.
Dude, this is
Even
like a
Koopa.
weapon of mass destruction. Like
Yeah,
everybody's
and a weapon of mass determination.
Uh-huh.
Because he sets this thing down.
Thing, dude.
Yeah, and it's got those little like
Little
wacky-
tink.
It's
Little-
the wind up.
It also looks like a child's fucking art project.
Yeah.
Oh,
is
it looks
not.
awful. It looks awful. They painted a ping pong ball black, and then someone added
I
white eyes
actually
to it.
have a Bob Bomb toy at my house that looks much better than this.
Oh yeah,
It came filled with candy.
Yeah, they call it a. It's in the subtitles. It's Bob Omb,
yeah, bomb.
and I
No,
always
yeah,
say Babomb.
I always
Like,
thought it was Ba.
I thought it
Bomb.
was BA-BOMB.
like someone was
Bob
stuttering.
Bomb.
not BOB
Like,
but it's a
hyphen
name.
OMB.
Like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Sex Bomb. That's their band.
It always comes back to Scott Pilgrim or Dune.
That's his favorite.
That's their band, Sex Bomb.
Sex
We are
Bob
Sex
Bomb.
Bomb. But yeah, so the bomb falls down, and Koopa's like,
Ah,
"Oh,
you
you're an
fail
idiot."
again.
But it comes back.
And the world starts to fade between, or the fabric between.
Yeah,
worlds
'cause
Oh,
starts to fade
because
here.
Lena is putting the rock in the meteorite.
Well, yeah,
She's
Yeah.
been mad
maybe.
this whole time. Anytime Koopa's like, "We need the princess," she's like, what do you need the princess for?" Not telling her the princess is the only one that can take this power.
Correct.
Probably because she spent her whole life with this meteorite, so she's got a little resistance to it. But yeah, she's just jealous that Koopa's not actually trying to fuck the princess, but that's what she thinks.
Well,
Exactly.
she tries. She acquires the rock
But she also doesn't tell him I have the rock.
because because what she tries to say is, "Hey, Koopa,
I want
let's
you.
do this together." And he goes, "Nah, bitch, it's just me."
Well,
and
he does
she's all
say-
like, "Nah, 'cause I got the rock."
But you can't talk to a megalomaniac like that.
Well, he does say, "All I'm worried about is the future of our species." So maybe she's like, "Oh, he just wants to fuck the princess."
Yeah.
Which, by the way, even with everyone with all their makeup on, this is the only person with minimal makeup that looks like an actual lizard.
Yes.
So I need, I trust her.
But
Oh, I swear to God, she walked into casting. They were like, "Huh, you got it."
when she tries to
No,
put
they
the-
asked her.
Someone
they
just saw
saw
her at a
out.
Planet Hollywood.
I
and
once saw you eating a snack, and I thought you'd make a great lizard.
I watched
She
you
just was
slurp up.
throwing a steak into the back of her throat.
I was watching you eat crickets, and I
Yeah.
thought,
I saw a fly land in your mouth, and you thought, "I don't hate this."
but when she does try to merge the worlds, she puts the crystal in there. She gets exploded and shoved back into a wall and turns into a skeleton.
Dude, Johnny Legs, the most fucking heartless bastard in this movie. He's like, "Hey, I guess she made a good impression." Dude, I know she was a bad guy, but this is a life.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really. Has he even spoken to her?
No.
No.
So
No.
he's just like, she made a great impression.
Like, we know she's a bad guy, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
This bitch is smoked into the wall as a skeleton. Her hair fragments still also somehow.
Well, because they're lizards, their hair has
into the
bones.
wall.
That's what I was
Because
just
she
thinking.
has like crazy
Surprisingly.
electrocuted. Oh, because she gets electrocuted before this too.
Can I just touch on the fact that both of us, Jack and I, had the same thought of, oh, their hair has bones, as if that's a thought a human should have?
Yeah, just a normal thought was like, "Oh, they evolved where their bones get really, really thin and looks like hair." That's why his stands up like that. That's why his is braided. You've never heard of a braided bone?
Yeah, they're not even really braided. They're like really
The ends
gelled
of-
up ridges.
No, we're talking about Iggy.
Oh,
hair
yeah.
The ends of
lasts
his are
yeah.
much
braided.
longer than like we would assume that and also you don't become an instant fossil when your hair is like fuck. I don't,
I'm just gonna say there's not a lot of science out there for instant fossilization.
I am not
time.
a fictional archaeologist, so
I'm not a cryptoarchaeologist.
So this is where Bob comes in. Oh,
well,
yeah.
I want to talk about
The
something that
merge.
happened at the movie when I saw it at the loft. So this scene where the worlds are merging. Koopa has his 2 towers, very reminiscent of the Twin Towers. One of the towers is destroyed. Watching this in the theater, when he starts merging with the real world, the Koopa towers merge into the
Twin Towers.
Yeah, the World Trade Center.
It ages phenomenally.
And one of the towers is broken in half and smoking. The whole theater, and this is a crowd that could be easily offended by some things, but they weren't. The whole crowd, when that happened, just goes, "Oh,
yikes!" That's a capital yikes.
When we all watched it together, it happened, and I literally went, "Well, that shit aged really well."
Well, you see, so Osama bin Laden was a big fan of the Super Mario Brothers movie, and he's like, I have an idea, guys. I'm not doing a voice.
Yeah, we're not doing the. Let's see. Think of a voice. Can you do an Irish?
It's me, Osama.
Oh, Mickey. Yeah. There's your voice. Hey, I got a good plan.
I got an idea here.
I got a good idea. We're gonna take it to towers.
We're gonna bomb the towers, okay?
We're gonna turn those people to fucking meatballs.
I really like a new Super Mario Brothers movie. I like it, Yoshi.
I really want to watch Lady and Tramp for some reason now. I don't know why.
Because of the spaghetti and meatball.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so they're in the real
The
world.
infidels.
No.
Oh, no! Mr. Bill!
Oh no, it's an infidel.
I like the Italian food, even though my name is Osama.
I got these rocket launchers from a Rambo.
Woo!
You think I hate America, but I really like the porn. I don't know.
So it merges into our world.
And
See, you try and move along, and you should, but you gotta let it rest for a moment. You gotta let it marinate. My man just dropped an Osama bin Laden doing Mario, brother.
you gotta let it marinara a little bit.
Alrighty.
It's me, a capitalism.
Boop, 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 boop.
I got one thing to say to you, America. Mao. Mao.
Go back and watch the 9/11 footage, and every time the plane hits, just go, "Mow."
Or when a person falls out of a window. No.
Once again,
Cut that.
the Mario soundboard was completely fucking necessary. We
So
dropped
that's
that
your new
ball.
job, is to have a soundboard
I'll
for the
find
movie
out.
that we do.
I don't think you want me having that power.
You have the power!
I don't think.
Oh my god.
Hey, what you don't want is a bunch of unchecked power, okay?
So the worlds have merged.
Hold on, I gotta get back into character. Mao.
Wow.
It's me.
Dennis Hopper shoots Scapelli with the super scope, and Scapelli turns into a chimp.
Monkey!
He does have a great delivery. He just laughs. Monkey.
Monkey.
And I love the goon that's with Scapelli, and he's like, "Boss?" And he like picks him up, and I think Scapelli just in his face.
I am always terrified for people picking up chimps, man. We've seen Nope.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
talked about it.
You also, because I said the same thing, what happened to all this chimp's teeth? And you're like, you've seen Nope.
Yeah, they fucking pulled them teeth. No, the truth is, it's probably a very old monkey.
And so it's not going to bite you.
If it does, those hands could crush your throat.
I don't know, man.
The
Old
monkey
people
did
bite.
not have a pussy haircut, and I did appreciate that.
Oh, they
So did
should have
the
given the
monkey.
monkey the Scapelli
Oh.
haircut.
No Scapelli
Slick back his
haircut.
hair, put a pussy on the back.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Put
was.
a pussy on it.
I was done with wanting to fuck that dude's hair by the point in the movie.
It's the most aroused I've ever been by a hairstyle.
Yeah, it was.
No, you were pretty aroused by Lena's.
This is more.
But Dennis Hopper tries to shoot Mario with the de-evolution gun. He's got one of these mushrooms that have been growing on the fungus.
Believe in the fungus.
Because Johnny Legs been grabbing him and throwing him in his little tool belt.
Yeah.
Because he's the whole time he's like, gotta believe, gotta
And
believe.
it grows large and it blocks the de-evolution gun. And then Mario or Luigi and Daisy end up pulling the rock out of the meteor, so everybody gets sucked back.
Well, it's their first day. You gotta pull out.
And we get a split second of Bob Hoskins growing really large before he gets teleported back.
Yeah. I was expecting him to be really large.
It's got to be it's got to be a nod, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
he used the mushroom, he got large, but they
Well, but
couldn't
it's
do
a
it
flower. I was hoping he'd spit fireballs.
for spit hot fireballs.
It's one of those things that happens when 10 people write your fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's a thumbprint of that.
It is.
10 fucking thumbprints.
But I'm glad they left that part in there because
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to have been. I'm going to take it.
Well,
I
you
am
gotta have
taking
a
it as a nod
nod,
to.
like,
yeah, you
use the
have to
mushroom.
have somebody get big from a mushroom at some point.
Yeah. And when they get back to Dino Hatton, they're on the other side of the causeway because the Bob-omb is still trucking.
The other
And
side
now
of
it's
Main
climbing up.
Street
Yeah.
with an M. Mame Street. I'll say
Mame.
it again. Mame Street.
But this thing is climbing up the wall right underneath Dennis Hopper, and it gets right underneath him, and it's got Reeboks on, which is fun. It's not. This is the dumbest product placement because first of all, they're not real shoes. Put the Reebok on the Thwomp boots.
Right?
Second
Oh,
of
there
all,
you go.
Second of all, I think it was Brandon who said this looks like a children's toy or poorly painted children's art project.
Yes.
These Reebok things are like stickers that someone just slapped on. They're
Uh-huh.
not straight. They're crooked.
Here's what-
They're
here's
like,
what
It looks
happened.
bad.
Here's what happened. Reebok paid him for an ad thinking they were going to get the Thwomp boots. And they were like, shit, you gave us this much? Just put a little Reebok sticker on the
you
bomb
know what?
bomb.
Reebok took too long to get back to them. They'd already made the Thwomp boots, so they were
Yeah.
like, "Well, just slap
Last
the
minute
sticker on there."
decision.
Yeah,
It's like, just
Oh, I feel like those boots,
Were
they
made for
literally
walking?
floated it out there immediately like, hey, what shoe company wants to sponsor
Why
these
wouldn't you?
bitches?
you know what? It was because this was the 16th week of shooting, and they were like, "We're out of money, guys. Who can we get?" Reebok's
was
like, "We'll give you a
exactly
couple
it.
bucks."
Here you go, look. Hey, call the insane asylum that made this bomb and just see if they can paint a Reebok on the bottom of the shoe because this is made by a mad person.
So the bomb explodes. It launches Koopa back into the thingy. I
Uh-huh.
don't know what it's called. The doodad that's floating.
The Nexus.
No, that's where they went through.
No, it's a bucket.
Yeah, the flying bucket.
It's holding gravel or asphalt or something.
It's a black
Yeah.
blanket.
There's
And-
no point for
But
it to
he's
be
being
he
there.
gets blasted with
de-evolved,
the
right?
de-evolution. Oh, that's what launches him in. He gets blasted with the de-evolution ray and gets launched into there. And when he pops back out, he's a dinosaur
Yeah,
with
It's
a
a-
hard question mark.
he talks about being from a T-Rex. So
Yeah.
this is their interpretation of a T-Rex, I guess.
Well, and
It's
when
their
it de-evolves,
interpretation of what Koopa it would look like in this universe.
yeah, because when it
suppose.
de-evolves more, once they keep shooting it, it turns into more of a real T-Rex. So I think this is somewhere between T-Rex and human.
somewhere in here is what Koopa probably should have looked like.
we
Yeah.
gotta make him
One of
look
these-
like video game Koopa somehow.
Yeah.
There is a tie of this movie, well, not this movie, but what this movie could have been, to last week's episode, Cast a Deadly Spell.
Go on.
In the art book that I have, when they have the artwork of all the different drawings that Koopa could look like, I mean, it's 6 or 7 pages of dozens of drawings of different Koopa designs.
I'm gonna have to look at this someday.
On one of the pages, up in the corner, there's a drawing of the werewolf from Cast a Deadly Spell.
Shut
And
up.
it says something about like Koopa's cousin, question mark. So like they're looking at that as like what Koopa could have looked like, that, but a dinosaur or a dragon.
Why would a werewolf?
Well, I don't
be-
think it's like they're using it like this. The artist notes. So it's
Okay.
like, look at this. And this is kind of related to what we want Koopa to look like, but with scales instead of hair.
Okay.
Although he did have red hair in those drawings, he had a big red mullet, kind of like Koopa has in the games,
I was like, didn't
Or
he-
Bowser.
or Bowser, yeah, because he's Koopa. He's
Bowser.
Koopa in the early games. He's Bowser once you get to Super Mario World.
Uh-huh.
But he gets blasted enough that he turns into primordial ooze, and I mean, this looks
It's close to
slightly
slime.
better than Time Cop.
Yeah, well, better than Time Cop's a low bar, but yes.
I know it's a low bar.
Talk about a movie I love.
We've compared this movie to Spawn already. So.
Damn, we are setting these low bars, and this movie's barely clearing them.
But like, you know, when activist Ron Silva merges with himself at the end of Time Cop and turns into a blob, that's kind of what this looks like, but a little better. And he splashes onto the ground, and that's the end of Koopa. We get the celebration, and we get the line that Brandon referenced earlier with Johnny Legs still has the boots, and he's like, "Step on my feet." And they fly over the crowd, and fucking Bob Hoskins is doing his best Princess Di.
Think of a little girl at a wedding
not running into a
dancing on-
wall, waving.
It is a fucking father-daughter dance at a quinceañera.
I was gonna say, think of a little girl dancing on her uncle's feet at a wedding.
Okay, yeah.
It is humiliating for Bob Hoskins.
But Johnny Legs has never felt bigger.
Because Bob Hoskins is standing on Johnny Legs' feet, and his head is still below.
Also, it is called Mario Brothers. You are Mario. You are supposed to be the main character of this movie, and you are standing on your fucking little brother's feet.
Luigi was always
catching
taller
a
than
ra-
Mario.
But also,
There's a spin-off.
Mario used his boots earlier when the one launched Dennis Hopper off the thing, and the other one he launched into a Goomba's face. So Johnny Legs is the only one who still has boots.
There was supposed to be a spin-off of this called Luigi Board, and it never took off. And for the Tucson fans, it was going to be catered by Luigi's.
And we get a really cool cameo at the end, and I'm gonna stick by really cool.
Okay.
Because
I agree.
the king transforms back into the king, as he does at the end of all your Super Mario 3 levels, right?
Yeah.
And it's Lance Henriksen playing the king, and he's got one line, well,
Two,
two technically.
two.
I think it's like a ... It's an ellipses.
Yeah.
But he says, what is it? He just says, "I'm back," or he coughs into his hand first, and Rice Krispies come flying out, which is what they were. It was his idea.
I
And he
love
just
it.
says, "I'm back." Love those plumbers.
yeah.
They paid Lance Henriksen whatever scale is for Screen Actors Guild, $20,000 to show up.
well
to do that.
deserved. Well deserved too. I just give me any Lance Henriksen, dude.
I loved it. And he's like, I can buy some shoes now.
The movie's pretty much over.
He bought a
Luigi-
pair of shoes and went about his day.
I'm gonna buy a pair of thwomps with this.
So yeah, now we're back at the meteorite. She's not putting the crystal in because they had already gotten the girls over.
She's all of a sudden mastered this, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
she
is.
just points the crystal. It makes lasers. Something.
because her father told her.
Yeah.
Point
She
it.
doesn't want to merge the worlds. She just wants to open the portal.
Correct.
She stays behind. The Mario brothers go back, and we cut to 3 weeks later in a very audacious move for this movie, setting up a sequel.
Just the giant set of mushroom balls you have.
Because they're in their house, they're watching Miraculous World from the beginning, and they're
Mario,
seeing
Mario.
themselves on TV.
They're talking about us on Miraculous World.
Not on the actual news, just on Miraculous World.
Yeah.
Go on.
Even though there is footage of Goombas, this would be on the real news.
With the old white reporter going, I wouldn't just call them the Mario Brothers. I would call them
He's gonna
the
say it.
Super
He said it.
Mario
He
Brothers.
said it.
He said it. Jack,
And
did you
everybody
hear he
took a
said
drink.
it?
God, Super Mario Brothers.
But
And
then,
then everyone
Daisy,
took a drink because we needed it.
Yes.
then Daisy kicks the door in, and she's like, "You guys, you have to come with me." They don't hesitate. They start grabbing their tool belts because you always need pipe wrenches.
Daisy is also Ridley with a fucking grenade strapped to her fucking chest.
And we get the
You're
gotta
never
say-
gonna believe it.
this.
No, I believe. You believe now?
Also-
I believe.
I this is where I think about it. Like, okay, let's say that they had have made a sequel. Where would they have gone with it? Nowhere.
Super
The
Mario
dungeon.
2.
Absolutely
They would have been talking to
fucking-
turnip people.
They would have gone to the dungeon world.
Ooh.
I don't
Fear
want
and
any-
loathing
She
in
was
the
on
dungeon world.
fire. She was on fire, guys.
I don't want that
So she-
version of Shy Guys. And, well, I guess Bertha was in the movie, but
She
I
would
don't
have
want
been in
that
the dungeon
version of Shy
world.
Guys. And
Oh, I would have
want
loved
it.
the Shy Guys. That's one of my favorite characters in Mario Brothers.
You know what? You got the Shy Guys. They were called gas mask wearing trashmen.
There you go. You said they weren't Mario characters.
Bang!
dummy.
I just figured it out.
We got Shy Guys.
So that's it for this movie. Oh, there is a stinger.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, movie's over. ... I thought that I made this up or had like a fever dream about it,
And once you said something, I was like, no, I swear to God.
but
I've
it
seen
cuts
this
to a
also.
couple Nintendo video
Well,
game
they're like
executives.
Japanese guys, but I think that's the idea. Is it's supposed to be like Nintendo.
And they say, we want to make a
A
video
game.
game based on your exploits. What would you call it? And cut to Iggy and Spike. I'd call it the
Ignatius.
Great Ignatius.
Or something,
No. Super Spike's Adventures. They look at each other. The Koopa twins.
Super
Koopa
Koopa cousins.
Cousins.
Super Koopa cousins fade.
Sounds
Now
like
the movie's over.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
the
go.
sequel. Super
Eh.
Koopa Cousins, starring Fisher Stevens and that other guy.
Because you can get them still.
And that's the end of the movie. So we'll do recommendations. We'll start
Guest
with our
first.
esteemed guest, Brandon. Do you recommend this movie?
I would watch it. I would watch it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like right
I
now.
do recommend it. You know what? Just watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Like, I like it. Like, just don't attach Super Mario Brothers to it too much.
I mean, I agree with
Just
it
don't
too.
do that.
I agree with it too. Like I love this movie. I will always love this movie. It is kind of fun that it's Super Mario Brothers. The name's attached to it because we pick out things that, like, I mean, when they're going down the main street, there's all these little like bullet bills. There's the Hammer Brothers, and yeah, it's fun with that stuff. It's a great movie. No caveats needed. I could watch this alone. I could watch it sober. I won't, but I could.
So the last time I recorded, I said I didn't like it. And then they made me watch it again, and I'm like, all right, it's growing on me.
So you got it. Like you figured out what it was, like how you were supposed to watch it, I guess.
I did. I figured it out. I don't know what I did. I was sober, but I had my friends with me.
Did you
and
get
it
good
was
sleep
like,
last night?
I did.
That would be part of it.
I did get sleep. I went to bed at midnight instead of 3.
Yeah, she said I'm going to bed. I was like, it's 11:56. What is this?
So yeah, I actually do. I have to have Jack's caveats though. You have to have at least friends with you to enjoy it and to talk with it and just joke about it because it is a bad movie, but you need to watch it with friends.
I would agree. And if you're gonna take a weed nap, take it during the
luge.
this luge scene.
The dirty mattress luge. You know what? I would do the dirty mattress luge with all those tomays.
That's a sex move.
Yeah.
So you do the first one and I'll do the second
Yeah,
one.
I'll do the dirty mattress luge with any of them. But yeah, I'm obviously going to recommend this movie. This is one of the reasons I started this podcast. Sucker Punch. That's one of the other ones. It took me that long to remember.
Oh, I want to come back for the Sucker Punch episode because
You've got
this
it.
fucking movie. So the one time I got to go see Conan O'Brien, I went and saw Conan O'Brien.
I'm jealous.
And Selena Gomez, I believe who it is. It was the guest.
Okay.
She's not in the movie.
Well,
Somebody from Sucker Punch. then.
someone from
Okay.
Sucker Punch, and not like a big star, like a Disney Channel star. That this is their only movie or whatever. And she lines it up, and I'm kind of excited because I'm like, oh, it's a Zack Snyder movie, fucking cool. And she shows the trailer, and you can fucking hear the murmur from everyone around going, this movie looks like shit.
But yeah, obviously, like I said, I recommend this movie.
Yeah,
So
you did 3 times to us.
and to myself.
Yeah.
And it is harder to find. It's not streaming or anything, but the Blu-ray discs and the 4K disc are available. Like the special super magnificent edition that I got is not really available. I think they did do a re-release, but you don't need to spend that money.
No,
you can
find
get
it-
this on
find it in
Blu-ray for like
Blu-ray.
$28 or something from Umbrella,
Worth
probably on Amazon. So I think the directors fucked up a lot of it, and the studio obviously stepped in and fucked up a lot of it. But I thought it looked pretty decent. I mean, the cinematographer on this did Thunderdome and Mad Max. You know, he did some good movies. He did
And just to
Dances
be-
with Wolves.
Ooh.
It looks like those movies too. It looks good. Like
Yeah, it
To
looks
beat
pretty
a dead
good.
horse-
look good.
To beat a dead horse, it's acted phenomenally.
Yeah. So that's my recommendation. Brandon, do you have anything you would like to plug since you're here with us?
People can find you somewhere.
Oh, you could check out my Instagram. I'm at Burger Time. That's BRGR_TIME. I DJ and host on Happy Hour at Tucson's Music Box,
Proud sponsor of this show.
Yeah, they are.
and that's a fun little time. You guys should all come down, try it. You'll like
When
it.
is Unhappy Hour? It's Wednesdays,
We
right?
do it Wednesdays. It's actually we're recording this on a Wednesday.
We
So we're gonna go do it right now in about an hour. We're gonna go do it on Happy Hour. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
It's a lot of like different stuff, like all night. Like
I've heard you play some 80s music that I really get into.
I play like everything.
You're gonna
Like,
get
it's
whatever he's
fun.
feeling.
Like yeah,
Exactly.
we were talking about earlier. You're a DJ. You play to your crowd, and
I do.
like, we just like to play fun stuff. It's
I
like
come and see you often.
it's a very let's like the. You know what? It's a party. It's a little.
It's a
fun little
sad
party.
time.
Well,
It is
say,
it's a sad time.
Come
I
on,
love it.
misery loves company. You
I'm
know?
sure
Fuck
I'm backed
yes.
up on this, but I'll say thanks for joining. It was a good time here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
I can't.
happy I got to finally do an episode with you guys.
I have two
always like
things to
shoot
say.
you guys episodes and then
Same fast you gotta pee.
I do have to pee. I have 2 things to say. One, it sucks it took so long to get you on here, and 2, I'm so fucking glad you finally made it.
Well,
Like,
I'm
we
thrilled.
love you.
Like we made it.
I
That
can't
makes
wait.
one of
Like
us.
let's do it again soon. Like
I love your face.
oh, I
Yeah,
love
we'll
you
do it
guys
soon.
too.
We'll do it soon.
Let's do Repo Men sometime.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's a good one. The 80s one, right? Not the or not
the 80s
2000s?
one.
Okay.
Not the
Well, the
musical.
2000 one's a bad movie, but not like
we don't want
kind
to
of
do
you
that
wanna
one.
The
watch.
musical you're thinking of is Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh, you're damn right I am.
yeah.
Anyway, we got to get out of here.
Yes. So next month, this is the end of July. So next month is August. That's what our Shitbird month. That's when we
Woo!
do movies starring or about stupid shitbird children. And we're going to kick it off with a movie about children being played by 25 and older people. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie from
Oh!
1995.
Ow!
Phenomenal.
I have the unopened Blu-ray in my hand.
I went to see this movie with my cousin as a child and got to go to the bathroom afterwards, and we watched a child shit into a urinal. It was incredible.
Dude, that reminds me so much of the time that I didn't know how urinals worked, and I was at a movie theater and I had to take a shit.
Oh,
Was that you?
We're saving that for another time. All right.
Don't forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/worstpeople. It's only $3 a month. You get bonus episodes. You get a Hunt Took Shots First early. You get other stuff. Check that out. And thank Evasion for our opening and closing music. You can find them on Bandcamp and Spotify and whatnot. I have been Derek.
I'm still Whitney.
Mow.
It's still a me, Brandon.
All right, guys, let's go to Unhappy Hour and get bombed.
Your ego is writing checks that your table can't cash.
Exactly.
You tables writing checks that you're.
No, tables can't write checks. You're being dumb.